What's up, wrestling fans? My name is God. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, everybody? Clash of Champions is over. The WWE has put me to sleep. But it's okay, because The Fiend made me jizz my pants. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below, or I'm killing a baby dolphin. Like, I'm straight up drilling a hole in a freaking baby dolphin that's not supposed to be there. I don't give a damn. This is the Clash of Champions review. We're going to take your phone calls, take your livelihood. I don't know if we're going to do that, but we're going to talk about it. We got Jake DeMarco in the house. Look at that. AIDS-free, ladies. AIDS-free. Okay? We'll see you after this. This is the Joe Cronin Show. Again, subscribe. We're live after every WWE event, plus all the fucking news and everything we talk about all week long. You don't want to miss everything that happens here. So subscribe, hit the bell, hit the likes, hit your... Just do whatever I say, or I'm going to kill a dolphin. I don't
know. Because I mentioned the Joe Cronin guy. Hey, you suck Joe Cronin's dick, fucking faggot. Here's another fucking uncircumcised prick and pickle liquor that I'd like to just mention. Joe Cronin. Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. You suck Joe Cronin's dick, fucking faggot.
Joe Cronin Show. Wrestling talk with attitude.
Yeah. Jet718, thank you for resubbing on Twitch, man. That's 15 months on Twitch, bro. We're bringing back the gaming on Twitch. It's gonna be sick, so stick around for that. Thank you, Jet. Well, what can really be said about that show? What can I say about this show that hasn't already been said about fucking sleep apnea? Like, I mean, this was... What a fucking show that nobody wanted to see. Nobody remembered that they were going to see. And it wasn't until it felt like the last minute that people all of a sudden realized, my God, there's a WWE show on tonight. I didn't even remember that. I mean, when you look at the whole thing as a whole, it was... I don't know. It was okay, but not really. It was really just... I thought it was fucking atrocious. I didn't give a shit about almost anything. And the worst was how they started it with Braun and Seth. I don't know why, but right away I didn't give a shit. Right away I was like, wow, we're starting with this? I don't care. I hate these people. Braun Strowman and Seth, what the hell was that? Was that main event too, by the way? Curb stomp, curb stomp, curb stomp. And but Braun's gonna power out like a maniac.
But it only took one glorious DDT earlier to take out Seth for the tag titles, if you notice.
Yeah.
Now they could say, oh, that was smart because he didn't want to overexert himself for the main belt, but still, the way they weight finishers at times and the way things happen, it's just mind-numbingly painful to try and make sense of. 5 stomps later, but it only takes 1 F5. Things like that. It's just it is frustrating. But also
Braun kicked out of the first curb stomp like Superman.
Oh yeah.
But then he just sits there again, here, do it again to me.
Yeah. He lost twice tonight. I mean, that says enough. We already know that he's a moron, but now he's a bumblefuck idiot. It adds to his list of reverse accolades. As where everybody else has a, shining resume, he is just a list of shit. Yes. You can think about all the failed opportunities and failed, that horrible cash-in attempt and just all the things that he's done to lose. That's his claim to fame. A monster that breaks the set and destroys property but can't get the job done. He trashes your house and can't take home a win.
He's an idiot. I mean, Braun Strowman is a retard. That's basically what I continue to take out of these matches. And what Cornette continues to take out of these matches is the Braun is a retard.
Unless he can go ahead and be paired with, some random person for the tag titles, whether it be a 10-year-old or Seth Rollins, about the same in our eyes. Unfortunately, they'll burn it down quick and they burned out even faster. I had figured that match would go on first, since we'd see them likely for the main event, so you want to space the repeat stars as far apart as possible. But like you said, you didn't care about the match, so it made the start of the pay-per-view, which you usually want to be hot. You want to have a good, lively, action-packed match to happen. That would have been good for either match on the kickoff show. That would have been good to open the show with.
It went too long for
Yeah, there was a lot of issues with tonight, unfortunately, and I wasn't looking forward to this pay-per-view to begin with. So anything I did enjoy, I feel like was still a mess, but it was because I had such low expectations that they were able to, entertain me somewhat. The only match I really enjoyed was the Raw Women's title match with Sasha and Becky Lynch.
Yep.
Everything else to me was just throwaway. And unfortunately, they gave us 2 surprises, one legitimate and one expected. With The Fiend, I wasn't so sure we were going to get Bray. I was kind of back and forth on it. The way they're trying to keep him special. Love that. That made the main event, memorable in that sense. It definitely saved the end of the pay-per-view, so people will walk away happy somewhat. But Luke Harper, highlight of the night, absolutely thrilled that he's back. They took him from Nowhereville, and hopefully
he's been waiting for months.
Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting for his return. We didn't
think he was going to return because they said he wouldn't return.
Yeah, they've had nothing for him and wanted nothing to do with him, basically punishing him for asking for his release. So it'd be as if I said right now, well, WrestleMania 14 sucked, but I'm glad we got to see Mike Tyson. That's how it is with The Fiend, and it's such an unfortunate, comparison. But that's really what it's like. I love Bray Wyatt's current gimmick, the character, all that, but I don't know if he's enough to save everything. I mean, he's certainly trying. They're putting a lot into him, and I love it. Hands down, love it. But damn, does it just...
It's not
there's
enough
so
to
much
make
that
it
needs
good.
help at this point in time.
Yeah, it's not enough to make it good still. It really should be a top mid-card act that's doing awesome instead, but there's nothing else.
Yeah, there isn't. And you see The Fiend, you're like, damn, that's so cool. It is. It's just a blinking light and a Halloween mask, and I am pumped beyond belief, excited. once I hear that screech noise and the lights go out, it makes you feel nostalgic for your childhood all over again. When the Undertaker, the lights would go out, it has that reminiscent type feel to it. It feels like something special, but there's nothing hardly worthwhile to go with it. And that's why I was worried about him becoming champion, because who does he face? Where do we go? What do we get? There's a bunch of worries until that point, but we will see him at Hell in a Cell.
It's crazy because there's a squelching noise that when it happens when Bray Wyatt shows up on the top of the Titantron, whatever, at the end, there's a squelching noise that goes on, and it's right out of like Body Snatchers and a couple other like movies, and also like Star Trek. Believe it or not, there's an episode of Star Trek where The Next Generation where like Data has dreams, and like in his dreams he makes this noise when he like opens his mouth or something, and it's like that noise is like the exact noise that they're using for Bray Wyatt at the end there. And when I was a kid it was scary, the noise was, and that's the noise they're using, which is really cool. But
so it kind of brings you back to that moment of being frightened as a child.
It's just a scary. It's a scary tone. Like, I mean, it's used in things to be scary, and
it's very unnerving, and it has that. Because when you repeat things that are unnerving over and over again, that works on a psychological level too to make it even more unnerving. So that's why, like, they could have blinking red lights, just a static white strobe flashing repeatedly. There's something about that does something to your psyche. I've seen different studies repeatedly with effects of strobe lights on people for psychological treatments and all these different things, and they use it for hypnosis, and there's something to it. So whatever they're doing, it's working. People are enjoying it. It as simple as it might be, it's working. Bray is a hot commodity right now, no doubt about it. I'm excited to see the Hell in a Cell match personally. I think it'll be good. Typically when you look back, Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt, they have had good affairs together. I think it could be something special, especially with the parameters of the build. We got the Firefly Funhouses to look forward to and things like that. So, have
they had good affairs together?
They have dirty affairs. but yeah, of all words. But honestly, this night,
maybe you can't hear these yet, but we'll see if we can hear them. J. Paula.
Becky gave me cancer. Bray was the only good thing about Crash of Bums. So many bad matches and finishers. F- PPV. Each PPV gets worse.
Yeah, man, J. Paula, I agree with you, man. I mean, one of the things I said earlier was, dude, like, this is going to be probably, I'm assuming this is going to be one of the least watched episodes, pay-per-views of the year, like, no doubt about it, J. Paula. Thank you for the donation. Probably the least watched, because so many people were like, oh, what? Like, the pay-per-view's on, I forgot all about it. Like... What the
fuck the point is, Vince?
Oh, shit.
What the fuck the point is, Vince?
Chiziknes!
What the point is, Vince?
This pay-per-view is stupid.
I thought it was going to say this big long thing. It's just, this pay-per-view's stupid. Chiziknes, thank you, dude. Holy shit, Chiziknes. He's one of the long-time supporters here on the channel, and he is a beast, and therefore we got to put him on the board, man. Chiziknes. He is the largest donation of the stream. Chiziknes could take home that JCS digital championship tonight, baby. 24/7. And could be less than 24/7 hours until it's brought up again. Chiziknes, thanks for the $10, man.
Super chat.
What an awful show.
Julie's ruining her heel turn. How WTF?
Wait, what? J. Paula, thank you, man. Bully's ruining her heel turn? Is she?
What the fuck the point is, Vince? What the fuck the point is, Vince? What the fuck the point is, Vince?
No Tone Singles Championship changed hands. Roman got destroyed. Luke is back. This show sucked. 2 out of 10.
I think I picked 2 championships to change hands, but they were the wrong ones. Like, completely wrong.
Yeah,
DC Derek.
you fared okay. Most of the you got, but I didn't think the Raw tag team titles were going to change hands because it was so evidently obvious. You know, they had such a big build on them turning on each other. I figured they would lose the title on Raw coming up, and they would make that a big to-do to try and draw in ratings. And I also thought Orton was going to win. I was sold on that happening.
In the end, what the fuck is the point in putting the belts on them?
Yeah.
What the hell did that do for anybody?
It did nothing.
Like, why?
It did nothing. Joe.
What? I mean, like, there wasn't any sort of like, oh my god, they got to work together, and what's going to happen? I mean, they
tried to play that angle, but it didn't work.
They didn't do anything, like, really. It just was like, here's the belts off of a team that could have used them, and you guys just go lose them to fucking mixed tag team together number 7.
Yeah.
So that was dumb.
Of Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, who unfortunately no one cares about either of them. And I feel like the OC would have fared better keeping the titles because you want a faction that, you know, has all the gold. You can do something with that. That's why I was hoping after the SmackDown tag team titles changed hands, which I thought was going to happen, that Randy Orton would also win the title so that his new F the RKO faction there would have that stable would have all the gold as well. Kind of made sense. Now, Orton's a boring champion, but I don't think he'd be long-term champion. It would just be till everything happens with Fox, and it would be transitional.
Yeah,
I think he would just hold the belt for 2 months, and then it would we would see whatever feud happened there. But at least they could have built up that stable on that show. Now the Revival have the tag belts, and Orton is without. And the feud's done and over in my eyes. What else do we get from it? Yeah, they're 1-1, but the first time it was DQ, and now he lost clean. So what else do you get from this? What else is to be had or gained?
Yeah, I don't see what else they could possibly do.
Kofi conquered Orton. That's all there is to it. It's over.
609's on the phone. Hello.
What's up? It's Luke Rojas. How you doing?
Rojas. What's up, Rojas?
That Street Profits promo was fucking atrocious.
King Booker.
They were talking about the Lion King, and then they were like talking about like Rashiki or some shit. Like everybody knew who that was. It's like, it's not Rikishi, even though I enjoy a good stink face. Derp. Fucking shut up. Shut the fuck up. And then you had the fucking commentating team. What the fuck type of commentating is this? It's like they were arguing over if Corey Graves said the right word or not. He goes, to my point earlier, he's like, do you mean in addition to your point earlier? Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Please die, Renee Young. Just go fucking die. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the commentary and the whole I could be called Dark Knight royal declaration from Booker, and the whole thing was just really, really unprecedentedly cringeworthy. Like, who's stupid now? The audience.
Did I talk over a donation? Because I didn't mean to if I did.
No, you're good. I paused them.
Okay, because everything went silent. I was like, wow.
No, I got up to turn my fan on because I'm fucking dying. I got to tell you, man, this show put me to sleep. Like, I was like revved up actually, kind of, and ready to go here.
Yeah.
And I passed out several times during this show. I
was just...
Sasha and Becky was good. Like, that was the only thing I was like, thank God I saw that, because that was, I mean, maybe I missed something else, but that to me was the only thing that I would go back and maybe watch again.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, Luke.
No, I'm just saying, like, I was back and forth watching it. Like, every once in a while, I'd turn it off and I'd go on YouTube and look at something, and then I'd go back and I'd see there's a match on, and I'd like be in the middle of the match, because like every match had like no pacing at all. The pacing was off for every match, especially that fucking Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton match.
I'll give you that. That's true.
That was a nightmare.
That was so painfully slow. That was plotting and
I fell asleep
worse
during
than Orton's usual.
Like I said, everything was like, I tweeted this out before. It was like move, rest spot, counter, rest spot, go outside, rest spot, move, kick out, rest spot. It's like, and it's like not even just the Orton match, but like every match just felt like they didn't have anything going for. Like everything just felt like, oh, we're gonna do something like this, and then we're gonna rest a little bit, then you're gonna do a move, and it's just like painful to sit through, because like every time I see Orton do like the getting ready to do the draping DDT, I'm like, oh god, another fucking 5 minutes of this. It's gonna he's gonna set up the draping DDT, and then he's gonna miss it because Kofi counters. Like that happens every match. Every time he goes for the DDT for the first time, someone counters it, and it just turns into 5 minutes of nothing, just boring fucking moves left and right. It's just, I want to die watching this. I don't mean to be too negative, but
no, you're spot on. It was just very, very, very boring. They lost the audience. I'll give you this: Becky and Sasha, match of the night for me, no doubt about it. It was never Sasha's abilities that were put into question either, as I've said to people before. I just didn't care for her promo work and everything. The build up, her being gone for so long, getting right into the title picture. But she certainly had this elevated her stock exponentially, because this was her first really good showing since returning, and plus being her first pay-per-view match as well since returning. She did incredibly well.
How did the elevator? Because all that happened was she won by disqualification. Another fucking bullshit win on a pay-per-view.
Well, here's the thing: the disqualification was bullshit, but she got into Becky's head. That was, it's essentially they're building up the storyline for them to have a Hell in a Cell match. So I'm okay with the DQ. She did get the shit kicked out of her, but she didn't lose.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But
so that's what they're going to go with. I'm not saying it's great by any means. I'm not defending this and saying like, this is ideal, but devil's advocate, I see what they're going for. And on a night of pure shit, I'll take this over everything else, sadly. There was a lot of intensity. There was a lot of great moments and matches. These girls beat the hell out of each other. They had that really, really neat, constant reversal between, the bank statement, and then they went to the disarmor and, rolling around the ring. They both looked like they were actually selling and in pain at times.
Did somebody
Sasha
get hit
even
by...
tapped at one point, but it didn't count. And it's just because she got her on the handrail. Like when they were killing each other on the outside, that I enjoyed it. Now, hitting the ref in the shoulder and causing him to go unconscious.
That was so weird, dude. That was weird.
And then having someone in the back announce that you're having the match end in disqualification instead of the referee, that was odd too. That's when they should send one of the authority figures out and say, all right, the match is ending disqualification. They should need to do those kind of things to wrap it all up in a nice little bow. But the match itself was really good. I
think they can do that. I think they can do what they did, but they just never do that.
Yeah.
Everything felt odd tonight. Like, I don't know. There was just so many miscommunications and botches. The earliest one I could see was in the pre-show when the guy hit, I don't know, Noam Dar, whatever his name is, some fucking loser on the cruiserweight who's never going to get over, hits his fucking finisher move, and then he's going for the pin. He does this bridging pin, and then before he even counts, the referee goes, "Shoulder's not on the mat," and he's like, "What?" And then the guy puts his shoulder on the mat. He puts his shoulder on the mat, and then the 3 count. And it wasn't like the guy repositioned himself so that the other guy would have his shoulders on the mat. The guy clearly listened to the ref, and he moved his shoulders on the mat, and then didn't kick out. It was like the worst botch I've ever seen. It was one of the worst botches I have ever seen.
Dude, I that's the only match I missed. I watched the AJ match, but I missed the Cruiserweight belt. And that's fucking horrible if that's what happened. I have to go back and see that.
Yeah, you got to see it. It wasn't that usual
but no, the
smooth...
referee like yelled it out. He was like, "Shoulder's not on the mat! Shoulder's not on the mat!" And he goes, "Okay."
It was very audible.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be because it's like it's a double thing. The shoulder isn't on the mat. Yeah, so he's letting them know for real, but also letting them know. So it's a double thing.
Can't do the pin.
I don't mind that we can hear that.
But it felt like he was. It wasn't like he was talking to the guy who was pinning him. It was like it looked like he was talking to the guy who was being pinned, which felt much more awkward. And then there
like
was
he was scolding the guy that's supposed to be getting pinned.
And then there was a spot where, like, oh my God, the Alexa Nikki cross match. Not that Alexa looked, because Alexa looked amazing, by the way. I want to fuck her, but Alexa, Alexa actually did pretty good. I know everybody shits on Alexa. She's so awesome, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but he was doing something. And Mandy Rose fucking just didn't know where she was. Mandy Rose didn't suck as much as fucking Sonya Deville, who gets tagged in and then stands there like a fucking retard the whole time on the apron. Like, the referee goes, "Tag!" And she stands there like nothing happened. And
she did wait
I was
for quite a
tagged in. But then there was another spot where, like, Alexa was like, and Mandy were just awkwardly, like, hugging each other and, like, I don't know what was going on. It was just...
They're always doing some weird sexual tension thing. Rojas, you're the man, dude. Thanks for the call, Rojas. You call back, as always, tomorrow.
I didn't bore you. I hope I didn't bore any of you in the chat.
You didn't bore me. I loved it. I just, I got to rush through everything, but I think we gave you a lot of time. And tell your sister I said hi.
I'm going to drink your cum.
Oh, my God.
She killed it on honestly, you know?
Jesus Christ, dude. It's so uncomfortable to hear somebody say that. It's 16. But no, it's just, what a fucking weird... Dude, did someone get hurt with the chair after the ref bump with Sasha and Becky? It felt like somebody slammed the chair down and like it crunched their finger or something. Did you notice anything?
I mean, they were beating the hell out of each other, so I didn't notice anything to the hand, but I'm trying to look back through notes and stuff too. Not that I recall, though. I could have missed it with everything going on, so I'm looking down trying to write stuff.
I feel like it was when they... I'm actually, you know what? I actually, coincidentally, that part is happening right now on my video.
Go figure. So you got the recap so you can better see, but... You know, because you had everybody run out to the ring when they were fighting on the outside. And
she was okay. Nothing happened. I just saw it.
Yeah,
I just saw it.
Because, I mean, they were... First, you know, Becky picks up the chair and, you know, she's swinging at Sasha. She goes ahead and then they fight, you know, through the whole outside after the ref gets knocked out. And, you know, he even got mustard, you know, being poured on the back of Sasha. So, hey, whatever. You know, like I said, I like the match. I know what they're building towards for Hell in a Cell. This keeps the feud going. It shows that Sasha got into Becky's head, that she had to resort to using the chair after, you know, the ref went ahead and took the chair out the first time. It still leaves a bit to be desired, but that was one of the matches that I was looking forward to the least, and I feel like I got the most from. So I don't want to knock it that much. The Miz's match, I felt like was boring as all hell and very bland. I liked Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross's match. It wasn't great, but it was serviceable. It was entertaining. It was better than I feel, you know, what we got from other matches beforehand. So certainly better than Bayley and Charlotte. That was such a short, underwhelming, lackluster, and just odd match. She undid the bottom turnbuckle. I'm like, oh, all right. She's, you know, pulling out the Flair, you know, book of dirty tricks herself. This could get interesting. And then we get just that quick little headbutt from, you know, into the bottom exposed turnbuckle, and that's the whole match. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. And the hometown hero of Charlotte gets beaten clean, you know, clean, quote unquote, but through dirty means, but still, she's on her back, she's getting pinned, and that was it. And I was like, that's all we get. All the build-up, and you get less than 4 minutes from these two. That was just incredibly disappointing.
It was really bad, man. This whole show was just stupid tonight. This really was dumb.
The Braun match against Rude and Ziggler was like a small car crash. I mean, you look for the big spots, but even that you don't have much emotional investment in, and there wasn't anything that stood out that I was like, oh wow, this is entertaining, or this didn't bore me to death. So it took a while to really kind of feel like the show was getting going again. The Revival did have a good promo after winning the titles, I thought.
Yeah, that was interesting. I didn't expect them to grab mics and say something, so that was kind of nice. But
what else we got?
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Okay.
Oh, the
That's
bubbly.
bubbly. Look at this stuff.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Alexa Bliss reminds me of Riley Reid. Alexa Bliss should do porn. Seriously, could you imagine them little bubbly white cheeks getting clapped by a big black cock?
Oh. God, I don't know.
Ooh. I just not.
She doesn't really remind me of Riley Reid. Mike Imelto. Thanks for the $3 bubbly. We all need a little bubbly tonight after this show. She doesn't remind me of Riley Reid. She has bigger lips.
And all title reigns. Kofi, Becky, Seth, all of them.
Just way too many belts, man. Somebody asked me, breakdown 318, breakdown. Thank you, man. My wife came in the room and she was like, well, how many belts are on the line? I'm like, there's way too many belts. And then I sat there going through all the belts with her, and I mean, it's just like overwhelming. It's fucking retarded. There's way too many belts in the WWE. Like, they are fucking stupid. Tag team belts, women's belt, tag team women's belt, IC belt, United States belt, Universal belt, WWE World belt. Fucking just too many fucking belts. It is simply stupid. When you go back to the 90s and you think about tag belts, IC belt, world title, 3 belts. There should not be more than 5 or 6 belts. I don't care if there's fucking 3 shows a week. I don't care if there was Raw, SmackDown, and Super Wrestling Show. Like, I'm not counting NXT because they're their own brand, really, completely. But I don't care if there was a 3rd show. There's no reason whatsoever for there to be this many titles. It is watered-down championships, made all of this feel so much more less important. It's ruined the IC belt. It's ruined the United States belt. It's just everything is ruined because there's just too many goddamn titles. It's stupid. It is stupid as hell. I can't believe that Vince McMahon and some of these other people in the back sit back there and they're not embarrassed or befuddled at what is going on here. I'm wondering if they even know they have this many belts. Do you realize you have this many fucking titles? It looks fucking retarded. Like, it looks like everybody gets a championship. It's so stupid. There's too many belts. There's too much going on. Too many belts.
Shut up and bend over. Finish it.
Oh my God, don't finish it. Please don't finish it.
I'm going to finish it. Yeah.
Here I am, an SJW.
Yeah.
God.
Didn't watch because I knew it was shit to begin with. Not worth giving them my money or my time. Football today was great with Dolphins, haha. My final score for this PPV is 2 taps out of 10. AJ and the US title on the pre-show was fucking ridiculous.
That really pissed a lot of people off, but whatever, They made AJ Soundwave, thanks man. They made AJ Styles look strong. They'd built up this whole Cedric thing, and then they made AJ look strong like he's supposed to. After they took the OC's titles away, right? What are they doing? Like they're
plus it was they were trying to bring in more viewers for the pre-show. They said they wanted not to look like a demotion, but instead, to be an attraction where
nobody sees it like that though. Nobody sees
no,
it
they
like
don't.
That.
But I mean, we've seen Finn Balor with on the pre-show before with the IC title, and
I get what they're doing. Nobody sees it that way though.
Yeah, and they feel like it's a punishment.
People see it as a demotion.
Yeah, I wish they just got rid of the kickoff show entirely and just, had it. This is the start of the pay-per-view, but the first hour is only, available everywhere. Maybe they could do it that way and it wouldn't feel as cheap. I don't know. There's ways around it, but still.
There's nothing they can do, but this is how WWE convolutes things even more, Jake, because now you have a pre-show that has, like, regular show matches and then the regular show. So it all does feel like one show, but yet there's a pre-show, and that convolutes things. It's like, no, have an undercard on the pre-show. Have these matches that don't mean anything on the pre-show or mean less on the pre-show. Don't have matches that mean anything. Don't have stories that are week to week built up, and then one of them is going to end up taking place on the pre-show, because now that devalues the whole reason for that match or setup. You had Cedric Alexander, who's been featured on the main event recently, and AJ Styles, who's AJ Styles, put on the pre-show. So you just devalued them, confused the show. It's just it goes into the same thing as the title belts. Everything feels the same. The pre-show should feel like a pre-show.
Yeah.
Instead, it
and
feels...
you should never be questioning which champion is the, the champion. That's another problem. When you have so many titles, you started to say before, like you said, it's just overly convoluted. Well, which one's the real champion? Is it the WWE Championship, or is it the Universal Champion? And that's the problem. There's no tiered system. As where beforehand, when there were less belts, you knew the WWE Champion was the top champion. That's the pinnacle of wrestling. That was where it was at. That was the top of everything, and you worked your way down from there. Now there's no real definitive title belt. I mean, an argument can be made either which way for which belt. It pretty much comes down to who's the bigger star at that point in time, and that's not a way you want to handle things. Right. It makes the crowd care less about the belts themselves and who the champions are, and there's just so many things that need fixing. And like you said, with the brand split coming up, well, redrafting teams to different shows. Even if they keep things separate entirely and go back to doing where they had individual pay-per-views, Raw only and SmackDown only pay-per-views, I don't know if they'll do that, but even if they went back that way, it's still too many belts. So I really don't know what they do at this point in time to make it work. I know what we do, but they're not going to get rid of any of these belts. So
that's so ridiculous. It's enraging. It's the worst. I don't understand how they can't see that this is dumb.
Yeah, and to go back to the original point, I'm flying all around here, but AJ's match was good. It was entertaining.
Yeah, actually, that was one of the better matches of the night.
It was, and then the sad part is it doesn't count per se because it was the kickoff show. So when you're grading the pay-per-view, you're not technically counting that, and that's the unfortunate part of it. So,
well, two things really quick. Everybody who's telling me Corrupted last night, the audio MP3 download's only 50 minutes long on Patreon. I do see that now, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm going to try to figure that out and re-upload the audio in full. I don't know why it's only 50 minutes. And to everybody else, people wanted to know how I did in FanDuel today. I spent $35, and I made $34. So I lost $1 today. I lost a fucking $1. By the way, who would have? And I wouldn't have won anything had it not been for the Patriots defense getting a 37. What the fuck? Dude, the Patriots...
You saw that coming.
The defense of the Patriots hasn't let up a touchdown yet in 8 quarters. What is going on? Like, they just beat the shit out of the Dolphins. They sent the Dolphins back to SeaWorld tonight. Like, it was insane. But yeah, thank you. So I did pretty good. I took Brady, and I took the Pats defense, and I took Sony Michel, and I took Edelman, and then from the Patriots, and then I took a bunch of other people. But one of the problem pick that I had was Jimmy Graham. But anyway, this ain't football. This is wrestling. More phone calls coming in. Let's do that, and donations. Yeah. Oh,
yeah!
Yeah! Yeah! What if they filleted us? What if they killed us and ate our children? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us? If the turkeys ate us, if they had to hate us with Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, the turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart. But first they'd eat our nuts. Can you hear these, Jake? And then they'd eat our butt. The turkeys ate us.
Here I am, an SJW.
What if the turkeys
Here I am, an SJW.
What if the turkeys ate us? What if they ate our fucking nuts? It's turkey time in the chat right now. The turkeys have come unglued. Instead the turkeys ate us.
I didn't tune in until the end of the Bayley/Charlotte match. I honestly thought this was a 7/10 until I had to find out that Bobby Roode pinned Seth Rollins, that horrible main event, on top of the weird ending to Sasha/Becky in that Roman match.
The Mayin, Djinn, and Abbadon. Thank you for the $29. Jay, can you hear these yet? Oh, wait, I got you muted. My bad. Can you hear these?
I can indeed.
Yeah, baby. The Mayin, Djinn, Abbadon.
Thank you, Mayin. Yeah, he thought it was a 7 out of 10 until he caught up with what he missed.
Yeah, there was, I don't know, like, there was a couple, like, nice parts, I guess, during this show, but I don't know, man, how I don't know if I would have ever thought.
If Luke Harper didn't return, my God. Party. That Roman match.
Yeah.
Becky retains in Revival, save tag belts. Good start.
Spaz Phoenix, thanks for the $2, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Becky retains Revival. Yeah,
hard
it was
time
just
to be happy about the Revival being tag champs when they seemingly have dropped them so many times before or haven't been given anything worthwhile with it. So hopefully now that they're on SmackDown, we'll see what happens. But on Raw, they did not fare well as champions. They were dragging their ass on the mat because of itching powder. So Oosie Hot, wasn't that it? That ridiculous bullshit. Ugh. There's so much wrong with that. So much wrong with it. We'll see what happens going forward, who they can feud with. Hopefully the New Day kind of... this could be a good thing. The New Day lost. Kofi wasn't there to help them. We've said this dozens of times before. All right, no Kofi, but they've supported Kofi in his time of need. Why he couldn't be there to help them with the tag titles, or at least be in their corner. And they could use that as a jumping point, a catalyst to break them up. Because right now they need a change desperately. Hawking pancakes and being happy constantly isn't serving them too well when they're all beat to shit. I mean, they're kayfabe wise pretty well injured at this point. So hopefully we get something different from them. I'm curious to see. We could even see them split apart. I doubt it, but you never know what happens with the draft. So.
God, I hate the draft. I am so sick of drafts and shakeups and. Oh, whatever the fuck. It's just all...
because of the Fox deal, this is the first time in a long time that I'm genuinely... I don't want to say excited, but I'm anticipating more than what we usually get. I think they're definitely going to, just abolish and get rid of the wild card rule for certain. And I think that they're going to try and rectify a lot of, the wrongdoings that came with the last shakeup. Because they really... we've heard it for ages now, since this Fox deal was first announced, that they want to go ahead and have, each brand identified as its own thing. They want to, stand out in their own ways, different sets, different themes, different, banners and logos and so on and so forth. And they want to each have their own stars. So hopefully this is the true time for us to get SmackDown versus Raw and have it mean something.
Jake, I don't know if you did or didn't catch Honestly podcast the other day. Did you happen to see that?
Yeah, I saw a good portion of it. I saw the introduction, which I died laughing with. Tommy tried to play along with your tongue-yielding antics, but that had me cracking up.
We're going to...
Rojas's, I believe, sister, that was the one she called into as well. That was funny, but...
That was crazy.
It was a hell of a watch.
I will play that later for people who are demanding it or would like to hear it.
The start of that show, though, was just...
what a hilarious... I don't know. That was all random, too. It was like weird.
Yeah, no, you could tell it wasn't set up because Tommy didn't know what the hell to do, and he was playing along for a little bit, and then he was just done with it. And you could see him trying to talk to you, and that's what made it even better.
He hates that shit unless he's doing it like to you.
Yeah,
where he's like, I gotta back it. Like, it's really funny though.
The best part is when you were first going to take calls, he's like, "This is honestly."
He is the perfect AEW Canadian wrestler, the Mayin Abbadon.
I literally only watched for The Fiend, hoping they'd make a triple threat where The Fiend fucked up the match. Nope, Barry Braun and Seth twice in one night, lol. Also I feel like either Alexa is a master seller or she actually got her bell rung.
That's a great question. I don't know. I didn't see that, notice that about it. I think that was one of the two matches where I fell asleep. And I'm sure a lot of people pictured that boom mic coming down or in her face. Like, a lot of people pictured that to be their private parts. I know that's sick, but my Twitter was filled with people saying certain innuendos about that. So that was very interesting. A nice little sophomoric moment for all of us. And now let's take a look at something different. The Fiend's...
I don't think Alexa was injured either. I think she just sold that quite well.
Here's the Fiend's retard cousin. Someone tweeted this to me.
No. Hard pass. No. Hard pass.
What is wrong with Tommy, man? He's such a weird idiot.
That's nightmare fuel. I mean, not in the way it's supposed to be either, you know?
Yeah, he's just sometimes, there it is. There it is. Hey. Let's look at Heist Man's dick.
That was a stupid segment as well.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Another just cringy, please, why God are you doing this to us moment. We'll get some funny memes out of it, but honestly, why? What? R-Truth is here with the title. Come get him. And then 7 seconds later, everybody's running as if they were all, right there anyways. There was no build up to it. It's just the 24/7 title needs to not be on the shows. Just have them do silly things on Twitter, on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because anything they've done on TV, 9 out of 10 times, has been pure shit.
Yes.
Anything they've done on the networks, though, Twitter, etc., social media, has been pretty enjoyable. I think they just need to stick to creating their content off of the shows.
They need to save it for Raw, maybe, because Raw is a 3-hour show, and save it for the social media. And almost
on Raw,
never.
You don't want to see 15 jobbers chasing after whoever's the champion running in circles.
I don't want to see anyone chasing anymore. I hate that. The fucking Looney Tunes, fuck that. But
that's what we got, as soon as R-Truth's here with the title, then everybody comes running.
But
and
do something creative with it.
Do
something creative with it every week, but don't do the whole fucking he's right here, guys. It's like that's the stupid shit.
Yeah,
and
it's just lazy and
it's annoying. By the way, someone sent me this picture of me and Leah at Hell in the Cell from a couple years ago, and they were like, "Hey, I just noticed you and Leah in the crowd." I'm like, "Yeah." Well, Leah looks like Dr. Earl in this photo because it's all blurred and she's moving and everything. I'm like, yeah, Leah looks like Dr. Earl right there. 305's on the phone. What's up?
Hi, Jake. Hi, Joe. I have a question, actually. Who won the King of the Ring? Did Chad Gable or did
It's tomorrow.
Baron win?
It's on Raw tomorrow.
They realized last second that, oh shit, we have too many belts. We didn't realize this beforehand, and they moved it to tomorrow night on Raw.
Somebody didn't watch out of nowhere.
And what's your opinion on the whole Roman losing to Rowan? Do you think they're burying Roman or something? Because this feels really odd, losing to a guy who He's never won a match in WWE.
Well, I mean, it was a 2-on-1 attack, so it wasn't like he lost to one guy. Game. It was
it's a no disqualification match, so fans had to expect there was going to be interference in the match. Technically, it's not a true interference. I understand if it was a standard match and he won by disqualification, but this is a no disqualification match. It's set up for an interference spots. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much why they did it. Yeah, I mean, and it actually protects Roman because it's like, well, he lost, but not really. I mean, he got screwed. A second guy had to be there for him to lose, so it's kind of a protecting thing of him. It's not him getting buried at all. You know, it's him going vulnerable, so you'll cheer for him more. It's also allowing Luke to return. I don't know. My opinion is potentially that what they'll do here, probably, maybe, is either Roman will get a partner and they'll continue this, or there'll be a quick little wrap-up of this feud, and then Luke and Rowan will just go back to being a tag team. I mean, but I don't really know. Like, I mean, I don't know what they're doing. We can't believe that Luke is back because they've had several times they could have brought Luke Harper back, and they didn't, seemingly punishing him. And so
he's begged and pleaded. He'll do anything.
Yeah, I'll do it. He'll probably blow the referee. I mean, but
live on SmackDown.
It's possible he's back and this whole thing happens, but I could see them tucking him away again too, and just like, thanks for that, we wanted that, now whatever.
Super chat.
Very, very mesho. While pretty boring, thumbs down, medium dark skin tone, thumbs down, light skin tone, thumbs down, medium dark skin tone.
Yeah, I would suggest that caller listen to all my other videos. Who the hell just donated?
Some catching up to do.
Who was that just now?
That was
light skin, medium dark tone. Was that Mike? I think it was Mike.
That was Mike. Yep.
Let's play
Mike
some more. Hell yeah.
Mike Fackin Kofi Fackin Kingston is the Fackin WWE Fackin champion, and AJ Fackin Styles is on the Fackin kickoff. How flipped is that?
Hey, she read that accent pretty good. Oh my god! Fucking, what the fuck is this shit? Fuck!
Spaz, that was a good one.
I wish I was live reacting to this. And if I've been drinking, you know, I think I'm going to promise you guys this. The next time we have a boring pay-per-view like this, I'm going to get loaded and just do a live reaction stream. And I'll get loaded. Like, so at least if the show sucks, you can watch Joe Cronin. Just get loaded. You know, just fucking pop beers and just fucking pass out. All right? Because that'll be funny. This wasn't funny tonight. This was sleepy.
What else we got?
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Bubbly.
Want some bubbly? Look at this
That's
stuff.
it.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Off topic, but I just remembered when me and my girlfriend were watching All Out. She said that SCU reminds her of a bunch of soccer dads trying to be cool.
Yes.
I felt like something was off with them and she nailed it on the head.
Yep.
Yowie wowie. Cock 4/10.
That is Houseman. Houseman, thank you very much. Houseman. Yeah, I agree. SCU is like a bunch of dads trying to be cool. It's very cringy. I've thought the same thing.
Here we go. I'm about to get it, man.
Very weird.
Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go.
Good guys, though.
Here we go. Oh, no.
Now they can't do ref bumps anymore without a DQ, right?
Well, I think it's because some ref bumps are accidental. Justin Ship. This ref bump wasn't a ref bump. She assaulted the referee with a chair.
But she didn't mean to. It was an accident. It was unintentional.
Really? When I watched,
she was swinging at Sasha.
Oh,
and then she hit. Sasha ducked and she hit the ref.
So I think then maybe they're trying to say that it looked like she did it on purpose.
Well,
the Justin Ship, thanks for the donation. But most of the time, it's like a guy ducks and the referee gets in the way and they run into him and it's like an accident. So they don't DQ the person.
Yeah, that's what it was, though. She was swinging at Sasha, and then she hit the ref because Sasha ducked.
Man, I'll tell you what. When I saw it, I thought she just wound up and swung it at the referee.
Yeah, no, because she grabbed a chair. Banks grabbed a chair first, and then she slid it into the ring like 3/4 of the way. And then she grabbed another chair while the ref was getting rid of the first chair. And she jabbed Becky with that chair while the referee was taking out the first chair. And then Sasha quickly hit her with a knee to the head and got a very close 2 count. And that's when Becky got pissed. She went to ringside and she grabbed that original chair, tried to use it against Sasha, and the referee took it from her. So then she picked up the other chair and swung it at Sasha. Sasha ducks, and that ended up causing her to hit the referee by mistake.
So many,
so many parts to that.
So many parts to it, but also so many people were tweeting me, dude. I'm not trying to be a dick, but so many people don't watch my news videos, my daily uploads, out of nowhere, and anything we do, I feel like. Because so many people would tweet me, like, stuff, and I'm like, we talked about this, like, 5 days ago. Like, what the hell? Like, people are even sending me stuff like, Joe, look at this. And I'm like, yeah, we talked about that, like, 4 days ago. Like, all day today. And, like, I feel like it's not really people... I feel like it's because people just aren't interested in WWE right now at all, so they're really not watching WWE much, but then they're also not really watching anybody's reviews either. But then they see the news and they're like, "Oh, whoa, look at this!" But like, we went over it twice during the week, so like I don't know if that's what's going on or because people aren't getting my videos, because you have to keep coming back to my channel to re-hit the bell and resub in some cases because YouTube is just fucking this channel over right now. But anyway, check out my Patreon. I don't know why this was not supposed to lead to a plug for the Patreon, but we have 383 patrons right now, on the way to 400. So much bonus content on Patreon, it's almost goddamn unbelievable. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You keep my show on the air, but you also get 30 hours of content not heard here on YouTube, and it's mostly non-wrestling related content. So check that out if you'd like. And the other day, I was on Evil Spectrum 3, my gaming channel, and I did Honestly Live for free with Tommy NC, and I started it in a fucking weird-ass way, and we're going to play some of that in a minute, but
here we go.
We got more calls about this. We gotta. You guys really want to talk about it?
Here we go.
I'm going to try to get the calls in a minute.
If Bayley is a heel, why is she still coming out to her babyface entrance? Why is she still high-fiving fans? Why is she still in her babyface attire?
I don't know, man. I kind of like it. It's like she's the heel that doesn't know she's the heel.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Remember, I was all about it too. I said how in her mind she's justified. She said that she's, like the moral compass. She's doing the right thing. She feels that she's leading the fans, by a good example, and this is how she wants to carry herself. I think that's a cool way to do a heel, because pretty much all we get is the bitchy, confident, cocky, smarmy. That it's such a prototype that it's boring.
Super Jet.
Jericho promos are better than this whole PPV.
I would agree with that. I'm so old school. Thank you, I'm so old school, and thank you to CJ Crumb. CJ, what's been up, man? Thanks for the donation before that. Yeah, Jericho's promo.
What else we got?
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. That's it. Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. That's it.
Finally, Harper is back. Now I got 2 reasons to watch WWE since I'm a mark for Wyatt and Harper. Love you, Joe and Jake. Give me a kiss.
Aw, mwah. Kiss it up, Triple M. I will kiss you all night long.
Yeah, baby.
Triple
Sorry,
M.
I jumped on that answer there, but I'm passionate about it because it's something different.
Yeah, and
which we don't get often.
She doesn't put on black pants and black makeup and now come out and be like, evil Bayley. She's still the same sort of Bayley, really.
Super Jet.
Ryback had porn star on his channel.
Well, not surprised. I mean, Ryback lives in Vegas, and he's a douchebag. The Goon, thank you for the $2, man. Maybe you can hook up with some of our old buddies.
It was a trainee, right?
Probably a trainee, yeah.
Answer my Skype, you sexy man. Want a match breakdown?
Callum Grant, baby. What up, Callum? Out there in Scotland. Man, there's so many calls coming out, I can't even find you. So many calls coming in. I'm going to take them after I play some more of these donations.
Triple M tweeted us before, too, and several people made this point already, but You know, Braun can kick out of 3 stomps, but Lesnar couldn't. You know, and that's the thing. It just
I hated that. That was so stupid.
that was so just frustrating. It's frustrating. It makes it's so hard to suspend your disbelief and just enjoy these things when you see certain things happen one way, and then Braun's able to defy all expectations and kick out of, you know, move after move after move, but then he still loses. So which is it? Kofi has that kind of John Cena Superman feel going for him as well.
Joe,
too.
what we'll do on Wednesday with NXT.
I'm so old school. Thanks for the $2. I think
to be determined.
I think we're gonna go live with the NXT review / out of nowhere.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Guys, my dead barber and grandfather are both racist anal cavities.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh God, that's horrible, Tommy. Oh.
Here I am, an SJW.
Oh,
gets me every time.
I love this one. Hold on.
Colonizer.
Thank you, Tommy, for the $3.
Go away! Oh, I am, and you are too. You are free to leave at any time.
Shit bum.
Well, yes, that part with the mic and R-Truth was funny, but Alexa and Mandy had a simultaneous headshot spot that honestly scared me. Alexa wrestling always scares me. She needs to just fall back from in-ring and let Daddy Abbadon satisfy her needs.
Wow.
You'll take good care of her.
Abbadon,
they did
baby.
clone Noggins.
$5 shit bum. We got to get it in. $5 shit bum.
I think she was just playing it up, though, afterwards. I don't think she really got her bell rung as bad as she made it out to seem. Yeah, I could be wrong. You never know. Concussions with her, she has a bad history. So
I'd have to watch it again.
She did look slightly dazed, but I don't think it was as bad.
Want some bubbly?
As it
A little
seemed.
bit of the bubbly. Bubbly.
What's sad is Victory Road last night was better.
And nobody talked about it. That's the worst thing. Corwin Eberly with the $3. A little bit of the bubbly. Thank you, Corwin Eberly. Yeah, you know, yeah, that is sad. And again, like we said, like nobody really watched it. You know what's more entertaining than WWE Clash of Champions, Jake?
What's that?
What's more entertaining is what I did to Tommy the other day to start.
The way he honestly kicked off
the Honestly podcast. So now, for the people that didn't see it who want to kill themselves from WWE, you're welcome. In the words of Chris Jericho, you're welcome. You are
Feed me,
welcome.
baby.
You're welcome that I'm here for you. Okay? By the way, Tommy has no idea what I'm doing here. This is how I started Honestly Podcast.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that was weird.
I was impressed you kept that tongue going.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy.
let's get on with the show here, Joe.
He's like, I'm done. I just love it. You see his face? He's like, come on, really?
You done?
I'm gonna fucking die watching
Joe,
this, dude.
you're some kind of special.
You're some kind of special.
Oh my god.
He's so pissed. He's so mad.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, man. Whoever missed that opening is fucking gonna be pissed later. Oh my god, man.
Like clockwise.
But in all seriousness,
Like clockwise.
I think we really have to come together and say that, you know.
He doesn't know what to do. Just too perfect.
Look at that look at his face. No, seriously,
Come on,
welcome to Honestly episode number 11.
He's so mad.
Did you hear his phone? His phone started vibrating from that guy that always calls his phone.
Cookie Monster.
Because he got doxxed or whatever. And his phone is going and Tommy goes, like clockwise.
Yeah, instead of like, oh, that's what he meant? I didn't know why you said that.
He meant like clockwork, but he
Clockwork,
said
yeah.
clockwise. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. Oh my god, dude, that was...
I didn't pick up on that the first time. Or even the second time, I should say now.
Somebody said, Joe, you should have kept doing that until he signed off.
Yeah. Just, I wanted you to stick with it.
We'd been waiting to do that podcast all day. By the way, it's like some of the most downloads ever on my Patreon for that episode of Honestly Podcast, and some of...
There was one part where, you know, the person's calling him over and over, and he doesn't mute his phone or anything, and he's trying to talk, and just in the background, and you just look into the camera, and you're like, Tommy, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, like, I mean, put the phone on the floor.
It caught me off guard. He's like, I don't know what else to do. You're like, turn the ringer off, turn the vibrator off.
I will say that it really was one of the worst episodes, honestly, because his phone kept going off the whole show, and he wasn't into it. It was weird, but that opening was fucking hilarious. Anyway, 803.
It had great moments.
No, as a show, as a live show, it ended up being great. But as honestly, it wasn't. 803. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know how the Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman match? Why at the very end, after all that happened with Braun Strowman, this touring with Seth Rollins, at the very end, Seth Rollins just comes back with like a curb, basically a curb stomp, and over and over and over and over again. I wish WWE would stop doing those repetitive stuff over and over again.
Can you imagine if Stone Cold like stunned a guy, then he kicked out, and then he stunned him and stunned him and stunned him? Like how retarded that would be.
Yeah,
I mean, we've seen more stunners, but not in succession like that. Absolutely not. I mean, we got that claw slam, and we're like, all right, cool. You know, Rowan's doing something different. Why can't we get something like that from Braun? No, they're just gonna. That's it. Just the running power slam and that locomotive type where he runs around the ring or does a shoulder tackle block into you. That's it. You get nothing from him.
We are having a subscription party tonight, so if you're not hitting the red button down below, what the hell are you doing? You don't want to miss out on the daily videos. So hit the subscription button and the bell so you guys don't miss out on the news videos I put out. When there's breaking news, the podcasts I put out right here, it's all free, whatever. Just hit the sub button. That way we can make sure you maybe get alerted that we put up a video every single day like I usually do. Unknown caller, hello.
I will not stop I will not quit.
Oh,
and
God.
Tommy loves me.
Mellow, come on, man.
They don't call me Mellow Yellow.
It's Cookie Monster.
What do you mean? I only said mellow. I didn't say it was mellow yellow. You said that.
I'm Batman.
All right, man. Poor fucking Tommy with these calls.
With the Cookie Monster.
314 is now joined the call. Hello.
What up, Joe? It's Capital Murder.
What up, Murder?
Hey, I just want to say, you guys already hit on a lot of the points I was going to say about, like, AJ being in the pre-show, being kind of shit and stuff, but I kind of want to say a bigger point. Like, if you really notice, the overall landscape, other than little things, hasn't really changed. I hate saying landscape like a WWE word, but like it really hasn't changed since WrestleMania. If you think about it, Becky's still got the title. She only lost the SmackDown one because of the Money in the Bank thing. Kofi's still the champ. Rollins is still the champ. He lost it for a second to Lesnar, but who cares? Because he's still the. I mean, not much has really happened other than little things here and there. Like they got to do something. I don't know if they're just saving everything for October, but eventually they are going to start getting people to stop watching. For real.
It feels that way.
They already
You're
are.
right about that, too. It's been the same since Mania, pretty much.
I mean, people are already stopped watching, you know what I mean? It's been going on, and the rate is increasing. I'm sure, because of all this new stuff, I'm sure the rate is, like, slowed down here for a second, but it's about to, like, pick up again, because this is so bad.
I would have bet money that Orton was winning just to, maybe have a different champ.
Yeah,
get people a little bit interested in SmackDown a little bit. He could have even feuded with Lesnar, maybe, even though they've already done it. But now I just don't. I mean, Kofi's been WrestleMania was a while back. I mean, nothing has changed hardly at all in the whole company. If you haven't watched WWE since then, what have you really missed?
You really have not missed anything, really. You're right. I mean, this has been.
I mean, besides Alexa Bliss, who. There's stuff I would do to her so graphic I'm not even going to say on YouTube, but other than that,
I wanna feast on her vagina.
Dude, I would do to her pussy what that owl does to the Tootsie Roll Pops in those commercials.
Oh man, Capital Murder, thank you for the call, bro. You are a beast. Yes, where is EC3? That is a great question from somebody in the chat. Where is EC3? Oh wait, here he is.
He's injured.
EC3.
He's injured?
I'm in the bottom 1%.
Yo.
Yeah. I am not on the card. I am not on.
Come on.
Not on the card. I am not on the card. I am EC3. Not on the card, yeah. EC3, WWE doesn't even know what the fuck to do with me. Yeah, you haven't seen me on TV, but I've been in the back posing for girls. Look at my muscles. Yeah, look at me. Why am I here? Why did they sign me? Cause I bang Dixie Carter's rear. Take a look at my physique. You get weak, but you never see me week to week. What's going on? Yeah, I am not on the card. I am not on the card. EC3, yeah. EC3, not on the card. I am the bottom one.
Up every time. Not on the card. Yeah, we talked about it on Out of Nowhere. Maybe you were there for that though.
Oh
shit.
Well, you wouldn't know if he was injured or not, to be honest.
Yeah.
What if they killed us and ate our children? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us? If the turkeys ate us? If they had to hate us? Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, the turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart, but first they eat our nuts, and then they eat our butts. The turkeys ate us.
turkey's haters? Bubbly. What if the turkey's haters? What if they are fucking nuts? Fucking goddamn nuts! Instead of mashed potatoes, instead the turkey's haters. The Soundwave 92!
It's amazing how bad the WWE fuck up the hype for these PPVs.
Right.
Been a terrible year for wrestling fans so far. I am hoping that NXT vs AU will somehow get new fans brought in. A quick shout out to Big Cass. Hope that guy can bounce back again somehow.
Thank you, Soundwave. And yes, shout out to Big Cass. Thank you, Big Cass, for trying to beat up my arch nemesis, Joey Janela, the fattest wrestler on the planet. But of course, Joey Janela backed down, as we all knew he would, and Pat Buck would have to step in. So, Soundwave 92, thank you. That ties you, actually, with the Mayin, Djinn Abbadon. So let me put you down here. And what else did he say? Yeah, but in real, I mean, I know we're joking, but...
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Firebird.
I'm drinking the bubbly, but it's not shedding the WWE stank off me. You can't come fast enough.
AEW, it's coming, Firebird. Firebird87, thanks for the donation. And yeah, I don't think it's been a bad year for wrestling fans, but I do think it's been a bad year for WWE fans. If you're just a solely WWE fan, or if you're somebody, I don't know, but everybody keeps talking about how this is the best time ever for wrestling, and it's like...
It doesn't feel that way.
Doesn't feel like that. It feels like a very interesting time in a way, but...
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Bubbly.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff.
Point in case.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Seth slayed the king, then he slayed the beast, and now the monster. They are probably going to advertise this as trying to slay the fiend. So generic.
It really is all cookie cutter dumb shit.
I mean, that's generic, but I'll take that. At least it kind of lines up with everything he's done. Like you said, the monster, the beast, the king.
I don't like...
He's the slayer. I'll take it. It's better than burn it down.
Hail Metal forever, thank you. I also don't know if I like him wrestling Seth already for this. It's like, I don't want the Fiend in the belt picture yet.
I've been saying this, and I know Matt and a lot of others have been telling me, oh, no. And I agree with what Matt the Misfit said, how the belt needs Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt doesn't need the belt, and that's a great point. Because the Fiend having that title makes it that much more important, interesting, Insert other adjective there. You get the point. Thing is, I would have liked to have seen what else we get with the Fiend before he's shot like a rocket to the moon with this. He's already the top interest. He's already the biggest money draw they have. He's selling out everything constantly, and all of his items are on back order. He's a huge moneymaker, and he's a great catch. We've had one match. That's it. Not even a feud, really, with Balor. Just one match. That's all we've gotten. He's attacked a few legends and one match, and now he's going for the Universal title. I would have liked to have seen an actual feud, maybe a match on Raw. Who knows what else? Now we'll see him sparsely before the pay-per-view, and then we'll get the match. And I know it'll be a great match, but he has to win the title. There's no way around it.
This is a
if
huge
he doesn't,
mistake.
Then Christ, they ruined the Fiend already.
This is a big mistake as far as I'm concerned. I mean, maybe like Braun Strowman interferes or something, but it's like, how does that happen? So
that ruins the Fiend, doesn't it?
This is
especially in a Hell in a Cell. It's to keep people out.
He really should be defeating a few people first. Like he should be treated like a Mankind or like a Goldust, like maybe. But if you want to go that route where he's just like Bray Wyatt, where he doesn't have to win, then that's interesting, I guess.
Treat him like Goldberg, where he squashes people continually, like he did with the B team. But at least let us see him.
Yeah, this is weird.
There's got to be more to. That's why I like the idea of facing Balor and then facing Demon Balor. Like there was something to be had there. There was something to get over, beating the Demon who hasn't been defeated. Like there was a lot of intrigue and interest there, and his SummerSlam debut was incredible. That was awe-inspiring. The entrance, the feel, the lantern, all of it, the whole package, great. And then we've gotten, a couple of quick Firefly Funhouses, which have been really good as well, but that's it. So it's just, I still feel like it is too soon. I've said this since we got the announcement, since that Arena tweeted out that he'd be getting a, Universal title shot.
Because you're not ready for him to lose yet. You're not ready for him to lose.
He has to win the belt. If he loses there, then they've ruined him. He cannot get pinned.
This reeks of like Luke and Rowan like coming from under the ring, and he becomes the champion. And I don't know, but Jake 838 just became a patron, a $10 patron the other day. So Jake, thank you, man, for becoming a VIP patron. Nicholas, thank you for joining. Nicholas Durham, Adam McGuire, and Jamie as well. And also DabGod12, all new patrons. If you guys haven't done it, for $5 a month, you get 30 hours of bonus content on Patreon. That's 30 hours of audio content and some video and live chat and VIP Discord stuff and just so much other shit on Patreon that it's crazy. Just go look at the Patreon. You'll see what I'm talking about. But also, if you guys want a free audiobook, use my link right here. They're back. Audible has been a supporter for years, and they're back again. audibletrial.com/JCS. Just go to that link, audibletrial.com/JCS. And, it's 30-day free trial. You can cancel anytime, and you get a free audiobook. I did it way back in the day. I did it as well. There's no charge or anything tricky or anything like that. Just go in, sign up, get the book, cancel, whatever. And you're good to go.
Multiple books.
But honestly, a lot of you guys end up staying because there's so many books you can buy and get and whatever. I recommend Jericho's book because he narrates it, and I think it's fun. But George Carlin, just narrated by George Carlin, all his old books. Whatever, Star Trek books. I like Star Trek books because I'm into Star Trek so much, but I can't read. I mean, I can, but I don't like to read. It just doesn't work for me because I'm an idiot. So I listen to the audiobooks. audibletrial.com/JCS. Just go there for that. Over 1,000 of you guys visited that site this week, so thank you for that. And over 50 people signed up and got a free audiobook. So congrats on that, and thank you. But more importantly is the Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. So many calls coming in right now. But
you said before it was the best time for wrestling, and some people say, well, apparently a lot of people couldn't even watch the pay-per-view tonight. Ringside News reports that fans had a huge problem with outages trying to even watch Clash of Champions on the network. Then the Chromecast and casting feature wasn't working at all whatsoever. And it said casting is not supported for live events at this time. And they had, which was supposed to be active and up and running, they had a lot of people tweeting, to the Ask WWE Network account saying that, oh, you're stealing our money. And so a lot of fans did not get to tune in and see the show tonight. I'm curious as to how widespread of a problem this was, but it's not a good look for the network. And this is the second pay-per-view now where a portion of fans have had issues trying to tune in.
Well, it feels like every pay-per-view is like that. 203's on the phone.
To the point where it was more widespread than usual.
Yeah, well, fuck
Since
you,
the
Google.
update as well too.
I'm sure people fucking are pissed. 203, hello.
Hey, yo, this is Boston Paul. You guys are having a good time today?
Boston Paul, are you sure?
I'm Boston Paul from Boston.
What part of Boston are you from?
We're from Boston, so you know what I'm from. It's Boston. But anyway, man, look, check it out, man. Look, the tag team dynamics is horrible. Back in the day, it used to be the Rock and Sock connection, and now you got Seth cocksucking Rollins.
He definitely does do that.
He's with this big man doing nothing. And then Alexa Bliss talking about, I need tits to feel comfortable. Do I got dick implants? No. So, bitch, you don't need tits to feel comfortable, and I hope Nikki Cross beats the shit out of that dumb bitch. And then my last thing is, I got a joke.
Alrighty.
Hey, what's your favorite pay-per-view, Joe? Joe.
What, like, of the year? I mean, like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, that type of thing?
Just the name of it. WrestleMania, SummerSlam.
I think I like WrestleMania because it sounds homoerotic to me. Like WrestleMania. It sounds like homoerotic,
How about you, Jake? Tell me, what's your favorite?
Royal Rumble.
All right, you know what's Vince's favorite?
What's that?
Over the Edge.
Oh, because Owen Hart?
You're damn right.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ, man. I mean...
Jesus Christ. Boston calling from New Haven.
I'm embarrassed that that guy said he was from Boston. That is not one of my Boston friends.
You are fucked.
This call sucks.
Thanks, Justin.
908's on the phone. Hello.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Jacob.
What's up, Jacob?
Yo, how you guys doing tonight?
What's up, baby?
Yeah, I wanted to just, what's up, baby boy? What's up? How you doing?
What's going on?
Yeah, so I just wanted to add just a quick little comment before I go. I just wanted to say, I work at a Mexican restaurant, right? I've noticed that I've actually seen people come in. Somebody came in with a Fiend shirt, actually, which is kind of random, actually, in Jersey, at my job. But also, I saw a Steve Austin shirt like a couple times. Like, it just shows like how much power like the Steve Austin thing. Like, he still has that much power universally. I've seen so many Steve Austin shirts in the past 2 weeks, and it's crazy how I saw a Fiend shirt at my job. Like, somebody just really wearing that out in public. I've never seen a Seth Rollins shirt ever in my life in public, ever, or anybody else, Roman or anybody. It just shows how, you know, it's levels to this shit.
You know what I've seen out in public mostly is Bullet Club.
That too, Bullet Club. That too. A lot in Jersey. A lot of that.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't see the other stuff because people are like embarrassed. Probably they're like,
Well, Bullet Club is also like the people that didn't watch wrestling bought up Bullet Club merch. That was a huge like hot topic selling point for a long time.
Yeah, now it's dead.
They didn't even know what the hell it was. They just thought it had something to do with guns.
Remember, we didn't think it was gonna die. Like, it was like 3 years in a like. It was like, this is never gonna die, and I think it finally has.
Yeah, finally reached its
Yeah,
peak.
I never actually realized how small like Alexa Bliss actually was in person.
Oh yeah, dude, she's like 5'1" or something.
Dude, Alexa Bliss, Ember Moon, and Nikki Cross are all the same height.
Yeah, they're all tiny. Really, Nikki Cross is.
They were walking out of MSG, and I was literally walking right next to them. I didn't even notice because they were so fucking small.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah, Nikki Cross is 5'2", and Alexa's 5'1". Charlotte's 5'10", and Becky's 5'6". So
yeah, Charlotte
Alexa's
looks like
only
me.
102 pounds though. She is super tiny. That's like my leg.
How tall is
you know?
Lita and Trish? Like, how tall were Lita and Trish? Like, is there a height gap between the two generations?
Yeah, Trish is like 5'5" or 5'4", and Lita is like 5'7".
Damn,
or
you were
5'8".
right on.
Everybody back then was bigger
5'4"
than now.
and 5'6".
Really? Yeah, that was pretty
crazy.
close. Yeah, they're pretty. There's Charlotte's the only one that like she's my height. Like I've stood next to Charlotte. Charlotte
she's
is like
5'10".
Yeah, she's like would give me a fight. You know, she's a big girl.
Isn't that crazy though? How like everybody back then was so tall and big. Now everybody now is just like regular normal people. The man is like just a regular guy out in the street.
Oh yeah. It's like it's tougher for big guys now to try to figure out how to wrestle with these younger guys, these little guys, not younger guys, but little guys. Back when it's like, dude, when I went to wrestling school back in the day, they'd be like, you better start doing some crazy shit because you're so tiny, you're never going to get anything over. Now it's just like everybody's small, so whatever. It's weird.
It would have been crazy to see you with huge muscles, Joe.
Yeah, I agree, man. Jacob,
Bye,
you're the man,
Joe.
bro.
Thank you.
Good shit, Jacob. Smoke it up. Smoke Daddy's pipe, baby. Let me play some more donations. Merge is here. What up, Merge?
WTF did I just watch? No singles titles changed hands, Rollins used a goddamn pedigree and Orton put me the fuck to sleep. And Rollins is a more boring champion than Reigns. Hashtag f these shit and hashtag fuck JD just because fuck Mustang Sally.
Thank you, Merge, for the donation. If you guys want to donate tonight, the link is in the description box down below. Streamlabs or Twitch alerts, you can use PayPal or whatever. It's in the description, or Super Chat, whatever. And all the amounts are listed way down the bottom.
Janela got triggered on FB. What a hack.
Joey Janela got triggered on Facebook? Why?
God knows. Doesn't surprise me, though.
For what? I mean, he's a bitch. I know that.
He's always triggered.
He's an idiot. Like, the guy really is a fucking idiot.
Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no.
What's up, Joe? What draft picks do you want to see happen next month?
I don't care. Caleb Ross, to be honest. My answer to that is legit, I don't care.
I just hope they make a difference this time.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I want to see more than just, Roman go back to Raw and Seth go to SmackDown kind of thing. I want to see them really switch things up so we have feuds and people fighting against each other that we don't get often, or at least haven't gotten before. I'm tired of seeing the same things over and over and over again.
Right.
A bit of an update, too, was Elias. According to a source in WWE, Brad Shepard said he needs a few weeks out of action to heal due to the injury. And they're unsure right now if he'll do anything as far as promos on TV in the meantime. But he's currently slated to return late October, but that's not concrete.
Are you talking about McIntyre?
No, Elias.
Oh, wow.
Because his original report, that we had heard from people saying that it was a broken ankle, a lot of people were viewing that, with a lot of, it seemed more like a speculation type thing.
Or whatever.
Yeah, but apparently, he is legitimately injured. We don't know the full extent of his injuries. We heard it was a break out of nowhere, and according to, like you said, updates now, it seems that he'll need a few weeks to recover. He might do promos, but as far as wrestling goes, it's looking like late October, but that's not set in stone. And with the injuries we were talking about before, Fightful Select had updated their injury list, and we had Elias on there, Samoa Joe, Carmella, and both Samoa Joe and Carmella are now featured under the new injury return dates section on WWE's report, but their injuries are not specified. Oney Lorcan, Jack Gallagher are listed as unavailable and injured. Drew McIntyre is supposed to be back tonight on Raw, so it's officially Monday now on the East Coast. Also, EC3 and Heath Slater are listed as injured superstars, and they're supposed to undergo evaluations this Monday as well. And then Jinder Mahal is not due back originally till 2020, but he might be back as early as November, Sean Ross Sapp says. And Bobby Lashley, we're unsure of with his elbow injury. It's looking like he'll be after the new year.
Damn. I forgot about Lashley.
There's that bit of update as far as that goes. And kind of a continuing with the storyline of tonight, Sasha went ahead and tweeted out afterwards, I still get the winner's check. So she's basically, taunting that she still won the match, even though she didn't get the title. And then this I actually am all about. Bayley calls out Becky for cheating. I think that's hilarious. So
that is pretty funny.
Bayley called out Becky for cheating on her Twitter, added her directly. And
if somebody says you cheated though, what the hell you cheated though, she should be like, I didn't cheat, the buckle fell off.
Exactly. That's what I'm hoping they go for with her, which is why I'm enjoying the character so far.
I'm not enjoying her, but I'm
the idea
cool, whatever.
I like this idea of a heel that's not the prototypical bullshit one-dimensional character. And last little thing, kind of away from the idea of Clash of Champions, but Baron Corbin was speaking to Not Sam Wrestling, and he made some intriguing points. I don't know if I agree with all of them, but he said if WWE superstars are misused, it's their own fault. And he says, I don't want these guys to get called up so that they can be misused. He said, I hate it when people say that. Nobody is being misused. They're going to be given opportunities. They're either going to make them successful or not. That's just the way it is. There is a reason why NXT and Triple H has built an amazing thing down there, because it gets guys ready to come down to the main roster. And, he said John Cena's somebody who always preached that. It's on you. It's not on anyone else. If guys are being misused, it's not anybody's fault but their own. So he said it's all about, doing what you can when the opportunity is given and fighting and finding that opportunity yourself.
Yeah.
So I understand what he's saying, but I don't feel like that is necessarily how things are run in this day and age. It used to be where you had to beg, claw, and scratch to get something. But
there's truth to that, but there's also another side of bullshit to that too.
Yeah, because if they're not writing, things for you, if they're not coming up with angles and things of that nature, you don't even get a chance to shine and attempt to get over. So
Callum's on the phone. What's up from Scotland? What's going on, man?
Oh, yeah. What's good, guys? How you guys been?
I mean, so I'm tired, man. I'm like, I want to wake up. I'm waking up, but I don't know how you guys do it over there. Like, I just can't even believe it, man. I would be dead passed out by the first hour of this pay-per-view tonight.
Yeah, man. I watched the whole pre-show. I watched the whole pay-per-view, and it's now 8 minutes past 5 in the morning.
Ouch.
But no, I'm strong, man. To be honest, I know you guys have rightly been giving this pay-per-view a lot of hate, and I would as well. I think the thing with this pay-per-view is, as bad as it was, with a few minor tweaks in every single match, it could have been a brilliant pay-per-view.
It could have been pretty good. It was, it wasn't like it was a train wreck piece of garbage. It was more like it was, it just felt so long and like pointless. I guess if you I suppose if you got rid of 3 matches or something like that, I think that would have made it better. But it's just, it felt so long and unimportant, and that's what killed it from the start.
Yeah, I know you guys have been talking a lot tonight about, too many championships and the fact that this is what killed the pay-per-view. Me and my friend were talking, and I think what killed this pay-per-view more than anything is pay-per-views are meant to have a big build. You have these great title matches, like memorable title matches on pay-per-views. That's what they're for. The problem with Clash of Champions is because every fucking match is a title match. Problem A, unless every match is a fucking, A++ match, it doesn't deserve being a title match. Right. And with the roster, especially how drained they are and stuff, you just can't ask for that right now. And also, because there is too many belts and because there is too many people and superstars and fucking this, that, and the next thing, you have not enough time to get a proper build up to a pay-per-view like this on SmackDown and Raw because it's filled with so much shit. So the superstars are doing their best to go out there and put on a great show. The only thing that's getting in their way is the infrastructure of the product.
Yeah, it's just it's oversaturation.
And like you said, there are a few minor adjustments tonight to each match or outcome that really could have helped benefit the show greatly. Like, it sounds like I'm being hypercritical of everything, but Braun coming off the top rope, onto Seth, that was a cool spot.
Yeah, I shouted
but the
that
follow up
to
to
a
it,
few times. Yeah, I think what made that spot so good is because you could see him struggling to get on that top rope.
Yeah, and that was. He wasn't going far, but he got some height on that. I mean, I've seen it in GIF form over and over again.
There was a moment I was watching it. I was on the edge of my seat because as he climbed up to the top rope, he started to wobble off to the left, and I just thought, holy fuck, he's going to fall. He's going to fall. He's going to fuck it. But he hit Seth hard. I think what Joe said earlier was, you're spot on, man. You would never see The Rock hit 3 people's elbows or fucking 3 rock bottoms. You would never see Stone Cold or The Undertaker go back to back with 3 tombstones and 3 stunners. I'm just sick and tired of Rollins is a champ, stomp, 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 stomp. Lesnar's a champ, F5, F5, F5. Do something different and creative. Yeah. It's really
Braun
starting to be boring.
Comes off the top rope, gets a 2 count, and then they follow it up when I'm like, oh wow, now he landed on his knee hard, so they can play with this. They can, it's over in 45 seconds because we get a pedigree and a stomp for the 4th time. There's a 4th stomp in a row, and that's it. And it's like you gave us an 11-minute
such
main
a
event.
Contradiction because if Braun needs fucking 4 stomps to take a pin, why does Braun coming off the top rope and getting some mad air not do enough for a fucking pinfall. Like, don't end the match on a fucking, a splash from the top rope. But it's not fucking Rey Mysterio jumping from the top rope. It's Braun fucking Strowman. Like, they should have done something crazy tonight where he did go for that spot and the ring blew up and fucking fall through the ring or some shit like that. Like some over-the-top bullshit like they normally do. Like, that would have been sick. I think one of my favourite things that could have happened tonight is, you remember in the women's tag match when R-Truth came out and Alexa Bliss went for the pin?
Yeah.
I wish that she pinned him, and through celebrating, Mandy Rose then rolled her up, won the tag belts, and won the 24/7 championship. I think that's I'm like you guys. I'm sick and tired of seeing people run around and chase R-Truth. So it would have just been a nice change to say, holy shit, Mandy Rose is the 24/7 champ and the women's tag champ with Sonya Deville, and then her and Sonya Deville like fight their way out of the ring and fuck off backstage or something.
That would have been, I think, a better, more entertaining option if they were going to, try and pull one up on the fans.
Yeah, I'm just quite like the 24/7 belt. I had high hopes for, like we talked about when I've previously called in, how funny it could be with the social media stuff and live streams and so on and so forth. I just think that it's very, very boring now, having people chase around the ring, chase R-Truth. There was just so many things tonight as well, like I say, where a few tweaks could have made it so much better. The card
and
as
now
well.
They're going to make it more convoluted too. Becky Lynch has been fined $10,000 for striking a referee inadvertently. Well, if it was inadvertent, she shouldn't be charged then. That's the, and even if she is, it's when they start adding on these fines, and that killed Kevin Owens, and Shane's feud with money being involved, and it's just it becomes so just nonsensical and such a mess. It's just, what are they doing?
If you start with what happened in that Becky Lynch match, in the Attitude Era, I remember, I think Booker T went for one of his scissor kicks once. I can't remember who was versus. I think it was Batista or something. Dived out the way and scissor kicked the referee. That's an inverted hit. He's not getting fined $10,000, and yes, it was an accident and all the rest of it. But even when refs previously got hit with chairs and sledgehammers and all sorts, the referee would act knocked out for 5-10 minutes and then sluggishly count out the 3 count. He wouldn't fucking disqualify whoever was in the ring. And I get the angle that they're trying to play with Sasha saying, yeah, I got my ass kicked, but I still won, and I got the winner's paycheck. But I just think that the way that they announced it was so awful, because that for me is match of the night. Like, match of the night was definitely Becky Lynch and Sasha. There was so many good spots. They actually kind of fed off each other really well. But then the commentary fucking killed it, dude. Michael Cole just randomly, as they were coming down the stairs, just announced that, we've heard word from the back that this match is over. Well, what the fuck are they still scrapping for? Why are they making their way back down to the ring? Don't come back down to the ring. Go backstage more. And then they get in the ring and fucking. I remember I tweeted you, Jake. I was like, Renee Young's like, we have no one here to call this.
Yes, yeah. So which is it?
The match is over.
Which is it? Is it over or is it not? Exactly.
And you guys need to tell me. I've not been watching Raw in a few weeks because I've kind of given up. I've lost my faith, and I can't hack the late nights anymore. But what happened to Drew McIntyre? Where is Drew?
He's injured.
He's injured. Yeah, unfortunately.
He's fucking injured. Fuck's sake. Dude, when he comes, I'm excited. To touch on the draft, how do you guys feel about this draft? I know, Joe, you said that you're quite fed up with drafts.
Yeah, I'm really.
Jake, you said that you're kind of excited.
I'm so bored by it.
Hoping that things will change.
By the way, Drew's going to be back in October, so it's not that.
Well, he's
bad.
supposed to be back tonight. Originally, they said the 16th. So.
Oh. Wow, I thought they said October when.
The report that I read before a few minutes ago said that tonight, the 16th, was his original date to return.
What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this? Blue and white brand, SmackDown Live, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Drew McIntyre drafted to SmackDown. They have vanquished the fucking tag belts, Alexa Cross. Well, fuck it, call them Alexa Cross. They vanquished the tag belts because they're on separate brands. Nikki becomes SmackDown champ, Drew becomes WWE champ, and you have a fucking Scottish championship duo on the blue and white fucking Scottish flag brand. That is my dream, dude.
Oh, you really like that? I don't see that. I mean, like I know that they're both from Scotland, but I don't see like a correlate. Getting them together for what reason? I don't know. But it is cool that there's two. that there's two athletes there's two WWE superstars from Scotland on the show, because you don't.
Yeah, because the last time there were Scottish wrestlers on the show, do you guys remember the fucking Highlanders?
Yeah. Yeah, the Highlanders.
The fucking Highlanders. I think the thing that's so good about
were they really Scottish?
Scotland,
I always thought they were pretending. Were they really Scottish?
I don't know. This is the thing. So because they might have been Scottish or might not have been, they got memed and they got put on with kilts and pretend that you're from the fucking Highlands and you're Northmen and act dumb. Like, it's the fact that Drew and Nikki are pretty badass, and you have that, well, I'm from Scotland, we're hard as fuck kind of mentality.
It's a realistic thing. It's kind of like it's like the old Batman movies in the 90s where everybody was such a goofy character, but then when the Christopher Nolan redid Batman, he made it more like realistic. That's what it's
real.
Yeah, that's what it's like. It's like that's an actual Scottish person. It's not a fucking, in America we stereotype everything, so it's like that was part of that.
It's basically like the Highlanders were fucking Vince McMahon's version of Scottish Tatanka.
Yeah, like they do it outside of America. They do it. They've done it in the UK before, where they have like the American, and the American guy comes out and he's like, I love guns and I'm a cowboy and shit like that. And so, it's just it's stereotyping.
And I'm a big racist and fuck everybody.
Yeah, man, fuck you. I'm going to take your land.
What do you
America's
guys?
The shit.
Joe, I know you said you didn't watch the pre-show, but did you seen the AJ match? Right?
I saw the AJ match. I like that. Yeah. That reminded me of a classic, kind of a classic opening match to a pay-per-view, except it didn't open it. So I did like it though.
This is my problem.
That would have been a great way to open the show. Earlier. So much energy.
You can't have. They need to stop kickoff shows, or if they have kickoff shows, they need to have like battle royals or something to get a lot of people out there, maintain the roster, keep them happy, whatever. Something that's got nothing to do with. If this is Clash of Champions and it's the night that all fucking championships are meant to be defended, if you don't watch the kickoff show, I'm sitting there thinking, where the fuck is the Cruiserweight belt and the United States belt? If you don't know anything about the kickoff show, which not many people do, because there's only I think I seen there was 15,000 people watching the YouTube WWE page, but millions of people have bought this pay-per-view, or maybe a million if they were lucky because it was shit. But you don't know that the United States and Cruiserweight belts have been defended. And the AJ match was good. I think it would have been better if when Cedric hit that fucking first move, he just went with the bullshit, like one move, gets the lucky finish, runs off, and the OC chase him and stuff. I think that would have been a cool alternative for a title change. But I really liked the match. But it was that's probably the men's match of the night. Like, there's no better match that any male superstar took part in.
I think you're right.
I agree with that.
You're right.
And especially with Cedric, he's been built pretty decently, the past few weeks and everything he's had. So this is a hell of an opportunity, and he looked strong even in defeat, but it made AJ look even stronger. So good on him with him being the champion. And you look at somebody like Buddy Murphy, who wasn't even on the card. I missed it. Diva Bible pointed out to me he was he was one of the people chasing the 24/7 title.
I seen that, man. I seen that.
So now apparently he's reverted back to cannon fodder. He's just another jobber. All that they did, those great matches that he had with Daniel Bryan, with Roman Reigns, and now he's running after the 24/7 title.
Well, you said he was going to be doing that because you were saying that it was an accident that he was even there.
Yeah, they had no real plan for him. I was just hoping that they'd be like, "Wow, he put on great matches. We have to do something with this guy."
Do you guys, how SmackDown's moving to Fox and it's moving to Friday nights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday Night SmackDown again. I don't know what it's like over in the States. Is Fox more of like a family-friendly network? The stuff that's on Fox, is it more adult, like extreme kind of? What's the network like on Fox?
I'm not sure. I mean, we'll see with the network, but we'll see what happens.
It's more like I'm just running upstairs to grab something, but I heard you say this. Fox traditionally, in America, everything is so convoluted now because we have so many channels. But traditionally, back in the 90s and late 80s and stuff, or in the 90s at least, Fox was kind of like more of the risque like stuff. And even to this day, they
used
still
to push
have
the envelope.
They still kind of have the alternative entertainment, but it's still one of the top 5-7 known channels in the country. So it's more of a. It still operates more on sort of the PG type of thing. It's not like a cable network.
They were known for Married with Children back then, and The Simpsons, and then later on in years they had Family Guy, and so they had things that were pretty.
Like you've seen Family Guy and The Simpsons. Like those are.
Yeah.
Fox is the channel that
they'll dip their toe in the water, but they won't dive in, kind of thing.
Yeah, Fox is the channel that picked those shows up. That's why they exist.
Yeah.
I would say NBC
really
is
that, like. See,
it's like ITV, but not. ITV is more like NBC.
Right. I just wish that you guys said, or Joe, I think you said that like the AJ match was like a perfect opener. To add a little spice to the pay-per-view to make it actually worthwhile and get your interest. I totally understand that we're in a day and age now where we can't go back to unprotected headshots and blood, and they've went too far away from that. It wouldn't be like WWE to just revert back to that. But even just some offensive or adult language, like after they lost the tag belts and Seth fucks off, grabs his Universal belt and walks up. Why couldn't Braun Strowman just grab a mic and say, "Seth, you little fucking cunt," fuck you, you cost us this match. Just because there's once they lose the belts, and you said it, Jake, it would have been more interesting if they retained the belts, and then if they had retained the belts and Braun won the Universal, it makes that combination so much more exciting. Not that it's very exciting anyway, but
at least gives it a little bit more interest.
Yeah, so if Braun, fair enough, they lose the belts, but if Braun then gets on the mic and says, "Seth, you fucking asshole," I'm not asking him to fucking be totally over the line, but Seth, you fucking asshole, you just cost us that match.
Yeah, something with a bit
I'll
more.
See you later, you piece of shit. So literally, like, who's going to care? You know what I mean? Who's going to care if people in the crowd complain? Don't take your kids to the pay-per-view. Then, do you know what I mean?
But like you said, if it's on pay-per-view, because it's on the network, but they have the network has TV 14 things, so that's why I said the weekly programs could be less. But maybe if they did it on the network and on, only pay-per-views or things you have to pay for, that's behind a paywall. Maybe that could be. What you're saying, and allow more
pay-per-views had
content.
If the weekly show was, we're going to be PG-13, it's going to be violent, but there will be restrictions. That's fine. And then if the stuff that you're actually paying for, obviously you pay to watch the weekly TV shows, but if you pay for the pay-per-views, it should be more like, oh fucking hell, something's going to go down. Like, you know what I mean? Like Braun's going to swear. Like you should. It's saddening that we get excited for wrestlers.
They don't need to be, TV 14 again. Fox is TV 14 technically, but I mean, usually whatever they've had risque reality shows and things of that nature. So I mean, they're not strangers to. Pushing the envelope, but even if they want to keep it TV PG because of the the sponsors and the board of directors and all that stuff, they don't need to be edgy. It's like with Roman, basically. When he calls somebody a bitch when they do let him do that, it doesn't make it a better show. But if the writing was better and they were a bit edgier or more adult-like, I think that would be more intriguing. They don't need to be just senseless about violence and gratuitous actions, nudity, things like that, like they used to be good. But it certainly would help if they utilized those moments properly.
And
if you had something happen
and it
sense
to me
felt
is
natural.
A few weeks ago, or it's probably a few months ago now, when Kofi Kingston stuck his middle finger up to Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
There's as a kind of average, there's far more children in the live audience than there is watching at home, I feel. So the cameraman kind of stood behind Joe to avoid seeing this middle finger, and they've blurred it out in all the replays. But live kids are seeing that. So what is the problem in sticking a middle finger says,
because
fuck you,
less people would see it live than would see it, replayed on YouTube and social media and television. So
yeah, I just wanted to quickly go through like each match in a few seconds or less and just give my thoughts. I thought the pre-show, the cruiserweight was such a I usually get so excited for the cruiserweight matches.
I do as well. Usually it's very It feels
fast-paced,
very
entertaining.
fast paced, but it feels very planned, and like they just have great chemistry. This one felt more like just a
match,
like throwing 3 people in a dryer on tumble. They were constantly going around. And
you guys, I think, have agreed that triple threats never really work. Triple threats have never got a good. It's really difficult
especially
to get a good triple
fast-paced
threat.
ones, cruiserweight style. It's so hard to be in sync with each other when there's
And,
you don't
and
get
the botch, I know, I think it was, I can't remember who called in earlier, but they talked about the botch. The botch was terrible. It was one of the worst botches I've ever seen in a long, long time. Like, he rolls
it was
him up,
pretty slow.
and then the ref calls out his shoulders on the mat. It wasn't even because the ref shouted out, and then the guy literally adjusted, like, Gulak or whatever his name is, didn't force the guy down. Lindsay Dorado literally put his shoulders on the mat. That's not even what made it so bad. It was the fact that the other guy, the Spanish guy, Ritardo, whatever the fuck his name is, hit his signature or finisher move.
Rio.
It took like 10-15 seconds for Drew Gulak to roll him up. Then it took like 2 or 3 seconds for him to put his shoulder down. And then he still got the 3 count. Like, how are you still disorientated then? It's just...
yeah.
It's so pathetic. And I think the tag match with... I will say this. I know that Joe is sick and tired of Dolph Ziggler. However, when I used to watch a lot of TNA, and Bobby Roode is a fantastic tag team wrestler.
Oh, yeah. He's great. Beer Money.
When he had, I don't know if you watched the TNA match, but when he was in the tag team with Beer Money, with, I can't remember his name, but he had a tag team on TNA called Beer Money, and it was so good. There's such a good heel tag team on TNA back in the day. But I think I've got some hope that they will actually do something with the tag belts. But then, and again, the booking, the writing's just terrible, so I don't have any hope.
Yeah, him and James Storm James Storm, I was screwed up. Used to put on some hell of a matches in tag division. So
yeah, and they used to do that Beer Money chant. It was so good. Beer Money. Those were like good days of TNA. I think that the Bayley and Charlotte match was pathetic.
Oh yeah, that was a waste. 3 minutes and 40 seconds, I think, was the official time.
I was excited for it too.
Yeah, the Bayley and Charlotte match was, I think as well, had she took off the middle or top turnbuckle, it would have been a bit more convincing. But because she fell to her knee, then slowly hit her head on the turnbuckle.
Yeah, it didn't look
you
very
never
effective.
see someone hit their head off that buckle. So the fact that she was going to go into that was like, how could you ever know you were going to be able to get her to hit that buckle? I don't know, it's just weird. You're right.
It was just, and the thing is as well, was like, fair enough, let her hit the turnbuckle and then go up to the top rope and do a forearm or something, because that's Bayley's like signature shit, is it not? Like forearm or something.
Yeah.
Like why not do that? It seems so lazy.
It was just the buckle that got the 3 count. That's what my problem was too. I wish she had hit the buckle, gave her a Bayley to belly, and then pinned her, or even followed it up with the elbow drop after that. Put the exclamation point on it, and I really beat your ass. That kind of thing would have been, she's already unconscious from the, hitting her head on the exposed turnbuckle.
Yeah.
Thanks, Denise. Good night.
The Bayley's heel character, I think, Joe, you said it earlier, and I think you said it as well, Jake, is very smart in the way that they're doing it. I like heels like that now as well these days. The heel who is not an asshole to the fans and is on this kind of like moral high horse of, I'm the best heel going because I'm doing good. It doesn't make any sense, because Bayley's actions in that match were very similar to when Carmella was champ, where she was heel and she was Charlotte was kicking her fucking ass for those 3 minutes, and Bayley was trying to like run away, and hence why she fucking booked it after she won. The problem is again, she just hit that turnbuckle so loosely, and Charlotte didn't sell it very well. I think you could see, I know she was, in kayfabe, all the rest of it, but you could see she was pissed off at how that match was booked. Like,
I think so. She didn't look like it. They tried to sell it as her being like, oh, that's a bit of respect for, pulling a dirty trick, but really,
Michael Cole said, I think Corey Graves was like, I think Charlotte admires her tacticalness or being so cunning like that, because Charlotte, it was basically a heel, which heels and heels never work. Faces and faces never work. Like,
yeah, and then you had 2 out of the 3
like
hometown heroes losing. People were not happy.
Yeah,
and then the Revival the Moody match was decent. I think the Revival's promo was awesome. Like, at the end of the day, they'll probably get squashed. Shane McMahon will take the tag belts off them and put them on his fucking self. Like, I've got no hope for that. I don't know. The pay-per-view was just weird. Luke Harper's back. That was nice.
Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross's match was good overall. There was a few odd points, like you said, the clanging her head with Mandy Rose and Alexa Bliss in the beginning was.
Yeah, it looked like she got maybe a concussion or like some kind of.
She got her bell rung for sure, but I think she was in part selling and then also
she
kind
was
of
a bit hit.
A little spacey, but I don't think she was as badly out of it as people made it sound.
I think the thing is, as well, is like you guys said, there's too many championships. How much of a joke are the women's tag belts? They might as well just remove them.
Well, they're building them better since Bliss and Cross got them. That's for sure. At least they're actually getting defended, and they're on TV and they're on pay-per-views.
It's not like when the Iconics had them and you never seen them.
You didn't see them for what 4 or 5 months.
They just got to get rid of the women's
top
belt
rope twice too. And the second time when she jumped over Sonya Deville and did that, tuck and roll, and I thought that was great. She really just she raced back up and gets the she avoids the running knee and gets the neck breaker, and you're like, damn, there's the match. That was good.
Get one more point in, Callum. I got to move on, man.
For sure, man. No, I pretty much covered a lot of, again, what I wanted to say. You guys are awesome for letting me come on this long. I'll probably call in tomorrow or something, or just chill in at the show. I'm kind of excited to see what Raw has to offer. I'm quite excited for the draft as well. I think the death of the wild card rule, because they're switching networks, will be a good thing. I just hope that you have some consistent storylines over the two brands. And I think my favourite thing was Braun Strowman off the top rope, followed by The Fiend coming out. And I only wish that The Fiend added a little bit to that. I wish he kind of demolished Rollins, and then maybe the lights went off again. You've seen him in the ring with Braun Strowman, and he done something to Braun or raised him up or some shit like that.
I would have thought it was
like you guys have said.
I would have thought it would be better if he'd gone after Braun and surprised everybody that he attacked Seth, but he's really going after Braun. That would have been better.
Exactly, because I don't think that they need to put a belt on the Fiend.
Yeah,
the Fiend is being the Fiend is worth more than being a champion.
Yeah,
because he's that entertaining. But anyway, I will let you guys get on to something else. Thank you for letting me call in, and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow night.
All right,
thank you, bro.
Great call as always. Get some sleep.
Sleep's for the week. I'll sleep when I'm dead, boys.
Yeah, we get Vince McMahon.
This company's gonna fucking kill me soon enough. So
say the wrong thing, you'll go to jail. No, Cal, thanks, man. All the way from Scotland, man. We let him on a long time. That was insane, but I do like him, and he
made tons of great points. And,
he's not like
things going. So
yeah, it was a good call after we had a lot of weird troll calls and stuff, and I had to fix something anyway, and then Leah was asking me, so it was good, man.
Unfortunately, him and I got
I'm about to get it,
crossed up with lag, but it works out.
Yeah, a little bit of lag. It's hard to handle that. Just incredible.
WTF happened to the KOTR match? I am a little drunk, but that's the only match I wanted to see.
Wow.
They promoted it like 3 times in the show, cut short 30 minutes 1/10.
Just incredible. Thank you for the $5. Bro, all week long we told you guys that it was moved to Raw. It was moved to Raw.
Yeah, to be fair, though, you figure on Raw and SmackDown, up until the very end, they said it was going to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they did.
And then as they were leaving SmackDown, the graphic said it would be on Raw, but they were still saying it'd be on the pay-per-view. So
yeah, it was convoluted and confusing. So yeah, it
Very
sucks, man. I don't get it. What the hell? I'm glad it wasn't on this pay-per-view though, because it would have devalued it. To be honest, that's why they did it. Andrew Walker podcast.
WWE couldn't sell an ice cube to a penguin. Love the JCS Army. WWE burn itself down.
I'm going to burn it down. Andrew Walker, thank you very much, man.
Yeah,
Andrew Walker podcast.
The Rose was the first one to hit me up on Twitter saying that Becky Lynch, got punished for accidentally and inadvertently attacking the referee. Now she's fined $10,000. And it's like, they had to add that to it,
Why not?
I don't know, because it was inadvertent and it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
You can clearly see that she wasn't intending to hit the ref.
You know what? Why do they bring up money in these situations? Why don't they bring up, like, when you have the title, you get paid money more, you get more money and stuff like that? That makes...
Yeah, because Sasha even said in her tweet that, I still get the, paid for the win, something like that. I get the bonus for winning.
They need to do more of that. 6535, thank you for the $7.99. I believe that's Australian money, and I love it when it's coming from down under.
Yeah, Sasha
Thank
said
you.
I still get the winner's check, and that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
why don't they make more note of that? You've said this for the longest time about, give people money's a great incentive. You don't need an explanation when you have money on
Yeah.
the line.
It's like,
That's all you need.
why are they
It
doing
gives
this?
people a reason to win, something added.
It's like, and plus somebody can say that too. Somebody can be like, why am I doing this? Yeah, I'm doing this for the title, but I'm doing this for the money that comes with this title. This belt is worth $10,000, a month if I'm holding it, or a week, or whatever it is. Put some value on stuff. Like, I don't know why they don't.
Yeah,
do
it adds to why people don't want to defend their belts when they're heels, and things like that. So, and that's why you get money for longer sprees of retaining the title, and you also get money for when you defend the belt. So you can do it both ways.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see it like overly done. I don't want them to start being like the payout for this match. Like, I don't want them to start going nuts. But it's like once in a while you can kind of mention that as a commentator. It helps build the story. But they're specifically told do not say stuff like that. So, and they don't.
There's been times on Survivor Series, like you said, for instance. What are you getting out of because there's no brand loyalty. The guys jump back and forth between shows. So why not have a money purse be offered?
Right.
It would add something to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it would. And it's only rational that the stuff is that there is this money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, would you really go into a ring and just beat the shit out of yourself and beat the shit out of everybody just for a belt? I'll just go buy a belt. It's like, would you really
it's one
do
thing
that?
when it means something and it proves that you are the best of the business, but we don't have that right now. It's when you're a Universal Champion, well, they're still the WWE Champion. So you are a champion, but you're not the champion. When certain people were fighting for the belt originally, it's because they wanted to be the man. They wanted to be it. That was the top of the mountain. That was the pinnacle of the business.
Well, also,
it's underwhelming.
Ironically, you didn't need to mention the money really back in the 80s and 90s that much, because when you picture the NWA World Heavyweight title, you're like, damn, that's like, wow. When you picture the WCW World title, when you picture the WWF Winged Eagle belt from the 90s, that just felt like it meant the world to everything. And I'm not thinking about money. But now I look at these WWE generic shit belts, and I think, why would anybody want to win these? And the only thing I think is money, but they never say that. So this sucks. It's like, what is this?
Yeah, sadly.
But that's about it, man. That's all. I think we've covered just about everything, unless there was some kind of breaking news that we don't know about. I don't know. I thank everybody who donated tonight. Thank you so much for dropping a couple bucks to support my stupid show, and I appreciate that. And remember, there's so much more you can listen to from me. My other YouTube channels, Evil Spectrum 3, Corrupted Nation, my Patreon. So much shit on my Patreon. I'm going to have a podcast coming out all week. Me and my wife's next podcast is coming out, Till Death Do Us podcast. Me and Tommy will have another Honestly episode. The Corrupted podcast is up. There's so much shit. Dave Rose and myself, Final Frontier News. There's a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. Hit me up on Twitter at CorruptedPod. We got some callers still coming in, so I'll take a few more calls. Not as long as I took Callum's call earlier, but unknown caller, hello.
Hey, what's up? I did have some kind of breaking news.
What's that?
Hold on 1 second.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Six, thanks. Oh, shit, Six dropped $14.99, man. Thank you. He didn't even say anything. He's just super chatting like a maniac. But yes, Six, thank you for the donation, man. Holy shit, dude. Yes, Jake, yes! No, I'm just kidding, Six. Thank you, Six. But we have a caller on the phone, and he's got breaking news, baby. What's up? Breaking news. Hit me with it.
4 black guys beat the shit out of Drew's wife's pussy like a
Oh,
jackhammer.
my God. What the fuck?
Breaking news.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Here I am, an SJW.
They ran a train on that cunt Tara. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that was fucked up. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck, though. Fuck her. Why don't you fucking design a graphic of your pussy? No. audibletrial.com/JCS. Wow. Holy hell.
It was
thanks to
interesting
Six in the chat, man.
Earlier today to see how the draft was announced during, NFL games on Fox.
What?
Because the WWE draft has not been officially announced by WWE until today, but they broke the news during the 1:00 game on Fox for the NFL that the draft is officially happening. So it is cool how they, decided to wait until the NFL game kickoff happened for them to announce, breaking news for WWE. So they're certainly getting their money's worth from Fox.
Yeah, you know what though? I didn't even notice. I never even heard about that. Until you
but
just
WWE
said that.
confirmed the news after it broke on Fox. So,
wow,
it's just something they're getting their money's worth. So it is interesting.
They are using Fox in a way that's interesting because USA Network is just like this tucked away fucking.
Yeah, that's why I said Fox is got a multitude of interest points. It's got NASCAR, it's got NFL, obviously Major League Baseball's on there, so a lot of sports. And then obviously their weekly programming and dramas and cartoons, and so there's something for everybody, and they're going to be advertising wrestling throughout all of it. So I imagine also with it not being on cable, it'll add in some more viewers.
Would you say USA Network is like a top 10 channel in all of USA, like ABC, NBC, CBS? Blah blah blah, and maybe like MTV's, Comedy Central's, MSNBC's, Fox News, Fox, whatever. But wouldn't you say USA Network is right there after that at some point, pretty closely? TNT, TBS,
yeah,
Spike or whatever. If
we can actually find out, they said the most watched channels. It goes NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, Fox News, MSNBC, ESPN, and then USA. So USA is what?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th place. So 8 out of 10.
Wow, even better than I thought, maybe. And speaking of 10,
Fox is 4th.
It's Callum.
Sorry my call was so long, but the positive feedback in the chat is awesome. I got to work on being more concise, lol. I love taking with you guys as much as Y2J loves the bubbly. See you tomorrow night maybe, unless my girl catches me jacking off to Alexa.
But you know what, Callum? You're really good on the call, Callum. Actually, you're somebody, dude. If you ever want to talk wrestling or something like that, you could always hit me up. I could do a podcast with you. You know what I mean? Just talking about things and speculating on things. I would do a podcast with you. That's how good I think you are. So, yeah, man, absolutely. And thank you for the $10. Holy shit. Yeah, I left you on a while, but I just felt like it at the time. And sorry to everybody else who didn't get that time, but poor Captain Murder got hung up on pretty quickly, and it wasn't his fault. It was just earlier in the show, and I was trying to get through everything,
It's timing. It just worked out.
Callum. Yeah, thank you, man.
It's his accent. Makes everybody wet.
Yeah, plus Scottish accent is my favorite accent. But the only thing is not from men, though. The female Scottish accent, is insane to me. I wouldn't go to Scotland because I'd be like, Leah, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm going to leave you.
Accents in general are just sexy.
Really? Really?
Women?
Sure?
Yeah.
But a guy Scottish accent is cool to me. It's cool.
Yeah, that gives you more a badass sense. But
yeah,
I had an English professor in college where she had studied in Europe for a long time, so she had a bit of an English accent. But she used to live in Georgia, so she had this weird meld of a Southern twang, but of an English accent that would combine. It was so sexy. I couldn't even begin to emulate it, the sound of it. But just picture, a Southern accent mixed with a English accent. It was incredible.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it was so unique. It was just hard to pay attention, I'll tell you.
Super Chat Party.
Baby!
Keep up the good work. Great show.
Oh, thank you very much, Six. Six, baby. Six, thank you very
Joe, I
much.
can get you some hot Scottish bitches who will talk in your ear.
I would. Oh yeah, that'd be great. That would be great. Speaking of top donations, the Mayin, Djinn, Abbadon, and Soundwave were the largest donations of the stream so far. Thank you to them. And Six, thank you for dropping a whole bunch of super chats here at the end too. Very much appreciated. And shout out to everybody who's listening in the UK. How those guys stay up at night, guys and girls stay up so late to watch these WWE shows and then watch our review. It's insane. And yes, certainly shout out to all people around the world. Ed's View is awake in Japan right now listening. Shout out to Japan, fucking Australia, New Zealand, and yeah, people in Abu Dhabi right now listening. I know that. The Middle East. The only place I've never heard from that listens to us is China, but they don't listen to anybody because they can't listen to anybody.
And that's it. They just can't tune in. We've even had people from Istanbul. It's all over, baby, worldwide.
France, you got some listeners in France.
My basement. People called in from there.
Yeah, my mother's basement. Buenos noches. But no, thank you. Thank you, guys. We're going to be live tomorrow night after Monday Night Raw, and then we'll be live after SmackDown as well. And then
we'll be live for NXT, Joe, the first NXT live on the USA Network.
That's going to be different. Normally we do Out of Nowhere on Wednesday, so it's going to be
NXT Out of Nowhere.
NXT review and Out of Nowhere, I guess. I mean, we can always talk about potential Out of Nowhere replacement times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who's available when. Like, when Connor's available, he's pretty tight up for when he's available.
We'll make it work. Even if we combine the two for now until SmackDown moves.
There was a dude from China in here the other night. Are you serious? Damn.
Sweet. Look at that.
He's dead now. They found out. They found out
was
that
not
he was
supposed to tune in. That's the last thing he did was watch your show.
Yeah, they found him watching me, and I was making all kinds of weird references that were against the religion, and he's dead now. What else?
Talked about Winnie the Pooh one too many times.
Oh, is that a problem over there? Winnie the Pooh's an issue?
Yeah.
Well, it's me, Christopher Robin. Fucking Winnie the Pooh.
I believe it's their emperor or whatever. Doesn't like being. Somebody said he looks like Winnie the Pooh, so now you can't even search.
Really?
Winnie the Pooh over there.
Is that really true?
Yeah.
What the hell? What are they, North Korea?
He banned Winnie the Pooh from being in any type of like Google search or whatever they have over there. It's crazy. It could be punished by death. I had heard at one point. I don't know if that's true.
Are you being serious? Like, is this real?
Yeah, absolutely serious. Hold on, I'll find an article.
Dude, this is like it's kind of like what Trump would do in a way.
Right here, China Winnie the Pooh. It says why China censors banned Winnie the Pooh. It's on BBC News. So. They even banned that Christopher Robin movie that just came out.
Wow.
From Air Scotland fan for 7 years, Lee guys.
Damn. Thank you, Vince McMahon's nuts smell like money. Air Scotland, man. Thank you very much.
They said the blocking of Winnie the Pooh might seem like a bizarre move by the Chinese authorities, but it's a part of a struggle to restrict bloggers from getting around censorship.
Wow.
Because they said the leader, Xi Jinping, that he kind of resembles Winnie the Pooh, the people said. So the Chinese name and images for the plump, cute cartoon character are being blocked on social media. And you can be, somebody put up a meme of the emperor shaking hands with Prime Minister, and they put up a meme of the Winnie the Pooh shaking the hands with Eeyore, and it blew up, and now it's turned into a big thing. So this has been going on for years, but yeah.
860's on the phone. What's up?
Hey Joe, how's it going?
It's going wet, man. How you doing?
I feel you. Hey, I'm actually the caller that I actually been talking to Jake. I don't know if you remember me. Back in Harper when Raw came to the XL Center and I had an extra ticket and I offered you one.
Yeah.
But you couldn't come at that time. Yeah. Yeah, I attend the Clash of Champions tonight. It was all right.
Yeah, what did you think about being there in person? Wasn't that bad? What was your
Not
favorite
really.
match or moment of the night?
Sasha and Bailey, pretty much. I mean, they got the biggest pop, pretty much. That's
Sasha
pretty
and
much
Becky, you
everything.
mean?
It's just lack of. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sasha and Becky. Bailey, Bailey and Charlotte just happened so too fast. It's like I looked at my phone, looked up, match was already over, so that was trash.
Yeah, it was settling in for something to happen, and I guess I'm surprised.
Yeah, same as well.
I thought Charlotte was going to win. I really did. I was like, oh, maybe Charlotte will win and get the belt moving.
I figured so.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty much the two high moments are pretty much just the Sasha and Becky, and I guess the Fiend, pretty much. Everything else was just pretty much trash. The Revival, I don't know. I don't want to put much emphasis in it, but I think they probably, I don't know, they might be pushing them the way it came off. Because I've never seen a Revival cut like a promo like that, especially on a pay-per-view like that. Then, you know, you got to take into consideration with the SmackDown Fox acquisition. You never know if they're going to be putting them on the SmackDown brand and let them run a tag team division.
Yeah, they'd be smart to get these guys some mic time to let them build this character, because a lot of people still, I mean, they're starting to get a little bit of character here, but a lot of people still don't quite understand. You know, they need to be really put over as these heels, and sometimes they don't talk for a while. They just come out as the Revival, and it doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. Scott Dawson, he's definitely good on the mic. Like, he's really, really good on the mic.
Yeah, the other one, what's the other guy's name?
Dash Wilder.
Yeah, Dash, the guy with the hair. Dash, the one with the hair, for the people who don't know. He's not quite as good, but yeah, the bald guy's really good.
Yeah.
Hello? I think we lost him. Yep, we lost him. My bad. I don't know if it's my fault or not, but either way.
The chat was cracking me up.
Were they making fun of him?
Yeah, they're just saying, he's got to be quiet because his mom's next to him. And
oh yeah. Well, it's
just difficult to hear, unfortunately.
Yeah, he got a little bit. He got a little better, but it was bad. But yeah, man.
He was just turned on by the sound of your voice, so he was trying to keep it calm as he touched himself slowly.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, Joe. Come on.
You want to get it on? You want to get it on tonight?
You are fucked.
Just touch it.
You want to hear the Stephanie McMahon purple cock? Is that what you want?
That's exactly what I want. Yeah, I'm not joking about the Winnie the Pooh shit, though. It's crazy.
I think I've heard that, but like I just kind of like zoned it out, and I just forgot, I guess.
Weekly Weird News, the guys on ETC News there, they used to be with Machinima. They went ahead and did a big piece on it on YouTube. It was just freaking hilarious how far they go to censor their lives over there, but over the most mundane, simple things. The censorship isn't funny, but what they're censoring is. I mean, you're worried about Disney cartoon characters and just the things they're triggered over is crazy.
So weird, man. It's some weird shit. Well, Jake, man, fuck.
Winnie the Pooh with a little bit of honey.
Winnie the Pooh. Next week, I believe I'll be back to my gaming stream on Sunday nights. Next week, we're going to try to get back to it again, see how it goes, but you never know. So next Sunday night, back to the gaming streams, and Jake, I'll let you go, man. I'll get some sleep and shit. At Countdown Ended on Twitter for Jake. And
yeah, baby. Well, hit you up tomorrow, and then we'll see everybody live for Raw. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, I hope so. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. King of the Ring finals. Besides that, we'll probably fall asleep, but at least we can do it together.
Well, we're going to find out, man. I'm looking forward to that match. See what happens.
At least that'll be exciting. So
that's one of the reasons too. I feel like it's left over. It's like, what if there was none? What would we be looking forward to tomorrow? Like it would be shit.
Fallout from the Fiend. Maybe he'll do something with the Funhouse. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
Oh. Well, good night, baby. I'll see you later.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. Stay sexy. Thank you for tuning in. And make sure you check out audibletrial.com. Use JCS for a free audiobook. Tons of stuff on there. If you haven't heard it yet, one of my favorites is a book called You Poor Monster by Michael Kuhn. It's really, really interesting. It's about a lawyer that goes ahead and he's defending somebody, but the guy's a very exaggerative person, and he's trying to determine what's true and what's not, but it goes a bit crazy. So check that out if you want an audiobook to listen to.
Hell yeah, baby. Get that audiobook. Right. I'm going to look at those stats tomorrow. I want to see those stats blow up.
Blow it up.
I'd rather have patrons, though. So check out Patreon. I guess Jake hung up. I didn't think I hung up on him. Well, there you go, man. Thank you guys very much for listening, and let's all relive Stephanie McMahon's purple cock before we end the stream. And then we will see you tomorrow night for the Raw review, which hopefully will be a lot of fun. Or I can play some hockey if you like, guys. I'll play hockey right now. Maybe PUBG. I don't know. How's everybody feeling about that? Here's Stephanie McMahon's purple cock. Figure it out. 248, hello.
Well, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, you know who this is?
I don't. You sound depressed, but how are you?
Yeah. Hey, you know who Nightbot is?
Nightbot is like a program that's a mod.
It's not a program.
Cryback is just mad that no major promotion wants him.
You know, it's really funny that you idiots have this show, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm shutting down the McMahon family. They owe me a lot of money. And Nightbot is Stephanie McMahon. And Stephanie McMahon is a man. And he's got a purple penis. Did you know that, boy?
No, but I do now.
I'm telling you, you are fucked. And they are fucked. And you are all being dragged to hell, sonny boy. So you get ready for that. You got it, punk?
Wait, does she really have a purple penis? How did you find out about this?
Yeah, I have pictures of Stephanie Sean McMahon's purple dick, and it's sickening.
That's gross.
And she calls me every fucking day and bothers the fuck out of me because she's an idiot and she's the devil. And Vince McMahon is the devil, and that's why all these wrestlers die. And I am taking them back to hell, and I'm never letting them out again.
Well,
you got that?
Listen, hey, you got to do what
you think all this shit is just happening because it's happening? You think Trump is this and everything? This is a showdown. You're being judged. You are all being judged. And you get to God, you have to go through the devil.
Are you the Vegas shooter?
I'm just letting you know this, Joe, because you need to know, but you already know all these things, Joe, don't you?
I think so. I mean, the purple cock thing, I definitely knew about that one. That's the one that I know.
In fact, I'm pretty sure you're one of the voices that have called my house a few times, aren't you, Joe?
No, I don't even know who you are.
Yes, you are.
Who are you?
Yes, you are, Joe. You hang out with Stephanie, don't you, Joe?
I wish I did. I would like to be in WWE, but she won't hang out with me. No, she won't hang out with me. I wish she would.
You mean he won't hang out with you?
That's right. It, right? Because, I mean, really, she could be Nephilim, to be honest.
Well, it doesn't matter. You know, I've given the motherfucker so many chances that it's ridiculous, and I'm sick of it. And the show is over. And I'm going to tell you something else about the WWE.
Yeah.
It's a fucking drug mule. All the drugs that go to everywhere, every place in the fucking world are brought to you by the McMahon family. Every death and despair and sex and slave trade is brought to you by the McMahon family. Everything that is bad in the world today is brought to you by the McMahon family, and you fucking work for them, boy. You are going right to hell with them.
All right, well,
goodbye.
I'm going to hell, bro. Oh my God, what the fuck? Hey, somebody send that call to the FBI. Oh my God, what the fuck was that, bro? I'm gonna fucking die, dude. Wow. What a bombshell, man. I mean, I work for WWE. I wish I did. I mean, maybe I don't now if they're trafficking kids. I mean, wow.
Well, here's a question that goes back to a couple questions before. Who would you cast as Ganondorf?
Who the hell is that?
What?
Ganondorf is the villain in Legend of Zelda.
Gotcha.
Oh my God, die.
Wow.
Oh my God.
How do you not know that?
Oh my God, die.
I didn't play Zelda, you cunt.
Oh my, what? You didn't play Zelda? Oh
you don't know who that is.
What do you mean all the shit I give you? About what?
About like DC and comics and stuff like that.
What the hell does that have to do with Zelda, dummy?
I don't know stuff and everything, but then...
Wow.
What?
Ganondorf is the villain in Legend of Zelda.
Gotcha.
Oh my God, die.
Wow.
Oh my God.
How do you not know that?
Oh my God, die.
I didn't play Zelda, you cunt.
Oh my, what? You didn't play Zelda? Oh
you don't know who that is.
What do you mean all the shit I give you? About what?
About like DC and comics and stuff like that.
What the hell does that have to do with Zelda, dummy?
I don't know stuff and everything, but then you go on, you don't know who like fucking Ganondorf is.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Go play Crash Bandicoot.
Now you're just making shit up. Hold on.
Crash Bandicoot. You don't know who Ganondorf is.
Talking over me, cunt, for 5 seconds.
Oh my God. This is what happened to your wife.
Never put you on the fucking spot like, oh, you don't know anything about fucking DC. I never did that.
You know what indignant means, Bailey?
I make fun of you for being a Marvel fan. I don't ever say you don't know your shit. I don't know one villain from Legend to fuck off, and you're like, oh,
One
God.
villain? It's the only villain.
Dude,
it's like the biggest villain.
Zelda stinks on ice.
Oh my God, no, it doesn't.
No, listen, I gotta
Play
disagree
Crash
with you on that.
Bandicoot. Your fucking opinion is irrelevant.
Crash Bandicoot is a great game.
Oh.
Listen, well, here's a question that goes back to a couple questions before. Who would you cast as Ganondorf? Who the hell is that?
What?
Ganondorf is the villain in Legend of Zelda.
Gotcha.
Oh my God, die.
Wow.
Oh my God.
How do you not know that?
Oh.